quiet person. I mean, fuck.
Huh.
Yeah.
Hey, I was always known as the quiet guy out of all my friends.
Bullshit.
That's the God's honest truth.
That's funny. I never had friends.
Yes.
Bullshit.
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 That's funny. I never had friends.
Bullshit.
Oh, God. Sorry about that.
We're in an
I forgot
angry
to
loop
mute
of
my
bullshit.
chat screen.
Welcome to the channel, everyone.
What's happening? Oh, my God.
Night train's on.
Yep, he said he'd be in chat tonight. I tried to get him in here again, and he said, no, I'm too tired. I said, all right.
Not the first time I've heard that excuse and haven't paid it any heed.
Oh, you and I both.
I almost gave up on tonight. I was like, fuck. Should I go get coffee? Or should I just say fuck it? I got a bunch of coffee.
Your message this morning made me laugh. You're like 20 miles to the nearest shit. And I was about fell over. I was in a meeting like with people just like bitching and bitching. And I read that and I'm like,
I know. I was sitting in an office waiting for some guy to get off the phone, and I kind of did the same thing. I was like 20 miles to coffee and poo.
I was dying. I was like, oh, that's gold right there.
Hey, that's the every morning reality of a trucker, my friend.
I had no argument. I bet. Well, you can try to do the funnel hose, shove it with a stick down. I don't think that's going to work.
I got nothing to say about that.
Well, you're talking about the Indian drivers that the undercarriage of their truck smells horrific. Well, yeah. Might well add to it. Oh man. Oh yeah. Apparently, my inner monologue almost got me in trouble in a department-wide meeting. I mean, like all of IT today.
So it got out, I take it?
Yeah. The inner filter didn't catch it before it hit the open airs. So they were talking about this big analytics thing that they're talking about doing, and and the VP goes, yeah, and it's so cheap that our friend Chris says that's he could probably pay for it with a bake sale. And I went, what? Before I could stop myself, I was like, man, what the hell's in them brownies? Everybody in the entire other room turned. I was like, they're like, did you say that? No, I don't know what you're talking about.
I didn't say nothing.
I didn't say nothing, exactly.
I'd have been like, what?
Yeah.
That was the punchline. Come on.
Exactly, right.
Tough crowd.
Yeah, exactly, right. Long as they don't find the apple juice bottle at the stop.
I don't have any to flash on the screen right now. Sorry, guys.
Son, that's not apple juice. Sour apple.
It could be worse. It could be bong water.
Yeah.
I will drink that shit if it gets me out of fucking the ticket, dude, because getting a ticket for a piss bottle is not a small ticket.
Oh, really?
Because that's considered carrying a biohazard without paperwork.
Really?
Really?
Yep, it's bodily fluids, bro. That's
Wow.
highly regulated industry.
Holy crap, that's news to me.
That's it. I'm going on eBay. There's piss to sell.
Right.
You'd have to ship it FedEx.
I'll be like, that's tea, officer. Delicious.
I can hear USPS next time I roll in there. Any lipos, anything hazardous, caustic, blah, blah, blah. Nope, just piss.
Because basically it's running a biohazardous material with no placards on your truck.
Really? So now, if you're transporting, well, no, you just don't have the paperwork. If you were transporting biohazardous material and you had the placard, that would have to be on your paperwork, probably.
Yeah, it would.
Wow, that's amazing, Chuck. I learn more about your industry every time we talk. It's kind of amazing.
I like it.
He's like the good, bad, and the ugly.
Especially the ugly. Oh
man. No, I don't know if I I don't think I could do it, to be honest with you. I would probably run somebody off the road. I'd be like, oh, hip check.
No, you wouldn't, bro. Because I was always a mad driver, you know. And once you get behind this gigantic machine and you realize what it could do to someone,
Yeah.
with barely a tap, your whole attitude changes.
Really?
Yes. And plus, everything is a trucker's fault. So
true. You're gonna.
I don't care. If you get rear-ended, if I get rear-ended, I'll probably get a ticket for it.
Really?
Yeah.
Wouldn't surprise me.
It's always stacked against the trucker because we're held to a higher standard.
Interesting.
Yeah,
I try and stay well below any standard. That's my goal in life. That way, no one's disappointed. Oh man.
Oh man. So, did you guys see Rotor Riot change their name of their community?
No, what they changed it to?
All right. So just like ours on Facebook, it used to be called the Rotor Riot community.
Yeah.
They changed it to classify as a fan club. And of all things for the community to turn inside out about, there's a shitstorm brewing. Actually, it's like mid shitstorm right now over at Rotor Riot because now everybody's a fanboy.
Nice.
That's such a derogatory term in our hobby.
It is. But, some people make good points because, like, who was it? Oh, so who Sassy is? Sander Sasson?
Sounds familiar.
He's one of the immersion RC guys, electric engineers. So he makes antennas and designs things, and he was the one that designed Rapid Fire.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
I like him already.
Yeah, right.
So he goes on there and he's telling Rotor Riot that, fan clubs are usually reserved for fanboys and teenagers and all that shit. Well, he said, makes a point to tell everybody he's not a teenager anymore. He's not a fanboy. And that to call it a fan club is kind of big-headed of them.
Okay. I can kind of understand the argument about it. I mean, I kind of get that. But I mean, you can call yourself whatever you want. The problem is you're gonna have to take consideration for your members. I mean, you could call it, Screw It Club 34 and everyone else, and it's a nut. I mean, but if your people that are in it don't like that, then you're gonna have to change the moniker. I mean, yeah. I mean, it's only
honestly, I don't give a rat's ass, but I just thought it was funny watching because I saw the post as soon as it went up. I think I hit it at 30 seconds.
Really?
And I threw a comment up just because, and that way I would start getting notifications. And all day, it was just this series of, more replies. And the more you read them, boy, people are stirred up over nothing.
I wonder whose idea was it? I mean, does this have anything to do with, I mean, who's it was just somebody got the bright idea, or was it?
Look, you can't. Everybody's been asking why, and nobody's received a why. It's just they made a change.
They just wanted to cause a shitstorm.
Yeah, right. Sounds like it.
Hey, their activity probably went through the roof, so
true.
It wouldn't be a bad thing, even if they decided to just shitstorm themselves.
Yeah. But all things,
that's funny that shit's even going on. How it probably would have been even crazier if Facebook wasn't broken,
right?
What's wrong with Facebook?
He's the only nerd I know that doesn't know a fucking thing going on the internet.
I was going to say, really, you got to ask?
Well, I mean, besides the fact that it's Facebook, I can't help that.
No, so all day. So apparently, Facebook had an actual outage again earlier.
Nice.
And they've been trying to get everything back up and 100% operational ever since. So right now, there are people that cannot make posts or comments in Facebook. There are people that cannot send messages at all. There are some people that can't send certain types of messages, like images and videos.
Oh, I saw the messenger. You guys talking about the audio thing. I did see that.
And then of all things, you got Mike out in the middle of the woods in Michigan who's like, nah, Facebook works fine.
It's because they let Zorro work there. The end is nigh.
Right.
That's awesome.
That's funny as fuck, was it?
Yeah, right. come in. What's up, Adrian?
Hey, Eric.
Eric, my over-energetic pal.
So, question: have you started your 107, Josh?
No, I've been taking the practice tests and all, but I haven't gone in for the class yet.
All right,
what's not the class? The test.
Out of curiosity, what's that run to do it?
I'm going to say the test is 150 every time you take it.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, it's not bad.
Would you have to take it to like a testing center or something?
Yeah.
Okay.
All the tech campuses offer it. Actually, a lot of community colleges do, because a lot of them even have drone courses now that are centered around getting the 107.
Cool.
Fuck, I haven't even registered my quads yet.
150 for 2 years is what Nitrain's saying. Pass or fail. Yeah. Hey, better than the 700 I would have lost if I had failed that. Well, the 8,000 for the course end test for the this week. So
yeah,
150 is like not gonna lose your job over it. Dell Tech has it for 150.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, Eric got his 107 recently. So he's trying to kick off, a small business.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Eric, jump in here. Tell us all about it.
I wanted to. I was looking online. I found a camera I want. It was only $20,000 for a multi-spectrum camera. I was like, ooh, and then I saw the price and went, ooh.
Man, you spend more than that on a fucking bicycle.
Priorities, man. Priorities.
I hear you. I'm always like, $50 for a bill? I don't have money for that shit. Here, take 300. Time to buy a quad.
Yeah, right? Agreed. Though I'm hurting this month, to be honest with you, between the $6,000 tax bill we got and the this course. Fuck me, I'm tapped.
Shit, the government owes me like $2,500 right now.
Yeah, but you're in a truck, so good luck them finding you, because our mail system sucks here in Maryland. That poor guy's chasing behind your truck like, stop!
How old are you, bro?
5.
Yeah, direct deposit is a thing.
No, it's not. Hey, the company I work for still prints checks to farmers every freaking week. I walked in there and I'm like, really? Really? Kind of feel bad for him.
What the fuck are taxes? I got out of paying for 5 years when I worked for myself.
Wait. West side says he says, "What the fuck are taxes?" Teach me.
Yeah,
I gotta say, teach me, because I need to know how that shit works right there.
So you guys that aren't aware, our numbers are a little low at the moment, and for anybody, you got Crystal on tonight, you got Joshua Bardwell on tonight, you got a few other people live streaming, so we are definitely at the bottom of the totem pole right now.
Yeah, and my porn video is just breaking right now, so I mean, yeah.
Where's the link, dog?
All right.
It's right up there with my flight links. It's in the subtext somewhere.
All right. Here's the link. And I'm going to throw another one out.
Found it.
I'm going to throw another one out here. So you guys, today, so I'm in Winston-Salem this week in North Carolina. And yesterday, I wasted a bunch of time. I was telling Chuck about it earlier, driving around trying to find a park. Park is one of those terms you can look for when you're not familiar with an area, and usually you can find something that's not too populated. Holy shit, there are people everywhere around here. So today I got fed up. There's another link for you guys. Give that a quick watch. I went to a public golf course today, and while it was active, decided to fly, and somebody took a pot shot at me. I had no idea, but I caught it on video. So that's a 15-second clip. Nice. The ball bouncing all around me as I'm landing.
Did you put music on it?
Nope.
Very good.
I'm clicking it.
I just wanted to get it up before this kicked off so I could share it, because when I saw it, I was like, what was that?
Nice. That's awesome. Now, honestly, the most fun job I ever had in my entire life was I worked at a golf course.
Oh, shit. Okay.
Yeah, that thing was that was close enough for pucker factor.
That's like 5 feet from your head, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, if that. Remember that in the GoPro, things look farther away than they actually are.
It's true. Shit.
So how the hell do I get back to chat?
Truth be told, like I wasn't, doing flybys of the active golfers. Figured what I would do is, is there was areas of fairway and stuff that were empty,
Yeah.
I would fly in those. And this guy came up on me, I guess, after I took off, after I thought it was clear. And he was just by himself.
Maybe he just can't shoot for shit and he got lucky, unlucky. I don't know.
That could be too. It actually makes me feel better to think he took a pot shot at me.
Yeah. Agreed. But man, best job I ever had was working on a golf course and like it was on a military base and going to go pick up golf balls during lunch. Because once the Marines knew that you were out there like every day at lunchtime, they would dump money into that ball machine thing to get balls for the driving range like nobody's business. And it was just like, it was like enticing them. It gave them a target and they would just, you could like taunt them, drive by like, pussies can't hit shit, ding, 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 ding off the top of the cage. It was awesome.
I would hate to be that guy.
Why? It was a fun job, man. It was awesome. The only thing is that we had to like kind of put up a separate wall because at one point they didn't have a wall where you would unload the basket. So you go pick them up and then you get that one asshole that was like, oh, I got you now. You're out of the cart, So that got a little bit squirrely, but it was fun, man. I loved it. I had a blast.
Yeah.
Eric,
now, around where we live, there's not a lot of public golf courses. You have to go into what do you call it? The country club, and you have to go into the pro shop and buy your rounds. And with this, you pay $2 to get into the park, and you can do whatever you want.
Hey, you paid your $2, man. I'm flying my damn quad.
Well, and in there, like they have two public pools. They've got a lot of equestrian centers, and you can just ride up to the place and decide, I want to ride a horse today, and somebody will set you up. You can do all this stuff.
Horseback quad riding. Let's make it a thing.
Yes.
Question is, who gets to play the horse? Wait, where's Ryan? No, is it Ryan?
That's Ryan.
What's his last name, by the way? Somebody named Ryan tried to friend me, and they've been waving at me a lot online. I'm getting a little concerned that I'm going to have a stalker.
That's him.
Okay, cool. Just was kind of like.
I guarantee it.
Let's see here. Let me find it.
I love Ryan, but don't give him your phone number.
No.
What's up, motherfucker?
Dwayne.
What's y'all humping on? Anything we can get a hold of.
Red Rocket.
Oh, Jesus.
Didn't you ever wonder if Chewie has like a man-shaped wiener or a giant red rocket?
And if there's this part on his body where he's scratching his leg goes, that's my other question. It'll change your whole dynamic if you watch Solo, the relationship there. You're kind of.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you kind of wonder.
Did you think Solo was good? I liked it.
Yeah, I did. I just thought it was funny that
always those questions in the background, like, well, how did they meet? And
yeah, exactly.
Things like that. And it kind of addresses those things.
I Be Droned. I haven't seen that guy before. Is he new?
Nope. He's been around.
Ooh, new guy. No, I'm joking.
And Cardozo's been around for a while.
Cardozo.
There's out here today.
Where's our Portuguese friend? Because we need to get more Portuguese people in the.
He's probably sleeping, bro.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, I know.
We've got a Euro friend too over there in Great Britain or the United Kingdom somewhere, and we keep trying to get him on, but he's like stoned and then black out. So
yeah, right. I don't blame him. LOL. I still droned. Yes, I be droned. Oh man. Very nice. Can you give us some crescendo? Give us a little. So where are you at this week, Josh?
Winston-Salem. I've been in North Carolina.
North Kakalaki?
Yep. Flew into Charlotte. drove about 45 minutes west of there for 2 days. And then last night I drove up to Winston-Salem for today and tomorrow. And then I'll fly home tomorrow night. And I'm totally looking forward to it.
Yeah, tomorrow's supposed to be like 68 here.
Really?
Mm-hmm. I may ride to Purdue and ride back.
Tonight is the Hump Day Gangbang. Anybody and everybody's invited to jump in here if they feel brave enough.
I'm the star.
So you have the opportunity to hang with the noob crew if you like. All you have to do is jump in.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, you can come hang with us. Yeah, you can come hang with us. Come, we'll hang. Yeah.
Oh my God.
It's just like a jacuzzi.
I have energy, but I don't have all that.
Yeah, well, it's just like a jacuzzi. You know it's warm, but you're kind of wondering how much of it's piss. I'm just saying.
Great analogy.
I get them occasionally. My brain does click every now and then.
Hey, Kush.
Kush. Hey, bro. I'd say come. I'd see if you were back in town again. Come up and fly tomorrow because Copper Top Dave's coming by, but I don't think we're gonna get to do much flying. It's gonna storm like crazy all day. Really? We might get a break. I'm not sure.
Well, here's to hoping something turns out, but
so I had one weird today. I went out in the backyard and went to go fly. I flew about 3 packs today. One of my batteries. Yeah,
I don't believe it. Right?
You don't believe it? There's no video footage, so you're not gonna believe it anyway. But one of the 6S's that I was running, as I'm flying through, all of a sudden I'm like watching the voltages, and all of a sudden it just, like tanks. Went from, was it 22 volts or like 4.2 volts per cell down to like 3.1 volts per cell. But the throttle response was about the same. So I'm thinking that one of the cells is disconnecting or something, and it's coming up as a 5S instead of a 6S. And that's why the heads-up display is freaking the hell out. But it was the weirdest thing because you're like, and the more you got on it, the quicker the voltage would drop. To the point where the OSD is going land.
You got a bad cell probably. Check your internal resistance.
I have to do that and check it. PT connector
chargers. One of their settings is an internal resistance checker, so you just plug it in and hit go, and it'll tell you what the resistance values are. They also have typically an independent cell meter, so. Mm-hmm. Between the two of those things, you should be able to figure out for sure that you've got a bad cell.
What's the typical?
Hey, hold on, bro. You ask and you shall receive. Baduga has arrived.
I saw that.
We're just asking about you, Baduga, because us Portuguese folk got to stick together. I'm only half, but the best half from the waist down. Just saying.
And Plummet's hit the chat.
There he is. Yep.
Thank you, Plummet.
Thank you, Plummet.
These dicks won't say it.
I'll send you wiener pics later.
I got ball pics right here online for you. You love them.
That thing is never farther than like 3 feet from you at all times.
We have a problem. Yeah, well, most people keep theirs pretty close. Well, we actually have a problem because one of my dogs, like the male, is absolutely enthralled by this ever since we took his. To the point where I have to hide it on my desk because my wife caught him the other day trying to get on my computer desk to steal this. So I think he's jealous that we stole his, so he's going to try and steal mine.
Damn, Joseph, he says you got the worst half.
The waist down? Well, okay, maybe it's the gringo that's the better half down there. I don't know what to tell you, man. Night train's on.
There he is. Found some energy.
The tank said he was going to show up, too. He's booting up his PC.
Yeah, thank you, Tank, for the self-picture of myself holding a nutsack. I love it.
So.
He paused it there. That's lovely. Thank you very much.
That's great.
It's worse than shake weight.
Hobbyist is lying, obviously.
Love it.
Man, I have like double chucks on my screen.
I do too. It's kind of freaky.
Yeah.
If only they were right next to one another, they'd be like makeshift testicles.
I was just gonna see if I could get the two together. Actually, I was like, can I move this
I
one
was
over here?
No control over it.
Damn it.
All right. So next weekend we have something going on.
Oh,
Chuck's going to hate me for it, but he already knows. Joe, myself, E-Drone, and Chris are taking a short weekend road trip. We are driving 4 hours north to Long Island to fly an abandoned asylum complex. It's open to the public, so it's not even illegal or like off limits or anything. They've got some large buildings. I know. And then on the way back, we are going to do some bandos in Philly. Now, the bandos in Philly, we are vetting to kind of check them out, make sure that they're legit for Noobapalooza.
I'm glad you're scoping those out, bro.
Yeah, well, and I mean, so the band, one of the bandos we're going to hit is one that Joe Stan and Bot Grinder just featured. So, of course, as soon as I saw the video, I sent a message to both of them and said, hey, I need a pin. And Joe promptly sent me a pin, so I know exactly where it's at. It's an old or right across the street from an old roller derby place, but they've got some outdoor, like, smokestacks and things, too, so.
Yeah,
That's not far. That's like 2 hours from where I live, so that'll be a decent trip.
Make a whole day of it. It's a complex. Yeah. I mean, shit.
Well, and then if we can get Bot, and I'm sure he will, we get Bot to meet up with us and take us to a couple places also, you know, that'll be a great time.
Yeah, I just want some crab, bro.
You're going to get some crab and some lotion and a comb.
Sweet.
I might actually record something. I'll give Josh the SD cards, but that's as far as I'm going to go.
But are you going to remember to clear your SD cards before we leave?
I just cleared all of them when I was at that training thing, to be honest with you. I cleared them all. I'm like, that's it. I backed them all up on a hard drive, on an external hard drive I have, and cleared them. Where did I put that? Oh, yeah, right here.
So all that S&M footy is gone.
Oh, no. I got like, see here, what's 6 times 6 terabytes? I have 36 terabytes of data on my server, so.
I have backups of my backups, so.
Of my backups. In fact, look. Here's another one.
You're not supposed to take the tapes home, Joe.
I even have a spare.
What the fuck?
QNAP server. It's a Linux-based server that I use for all my media storage and camera systems for the bike shop in here.
So when are you gonna hack my truck, bro?
I'm not touching. Well, no, I'm not touching trucks.
Motherfucker.
Problem with trucks is the fact that all manufacturers of truck now basically have so many bands of communication in there. It's like trying to strip out North Star. I mean, you're gonna have to really go ankle deep in that bitch.
Come on, Trinity, get on it.
No.
I just want you to turn off all the sensors and up my speed.
Knowing the way most of them are working, the second you go to tamper with it, it will completely stop working. Honestly, I mean, even the new Ford F-150s, a buddy of mine's got one, and it has its own cellular communication system in it, separate from the one that you're like, hey, I can pay for this option. There's actually one built into the truck that you can't disable, so it can report back whether you want it to or not. It just does it. So. Yeah, Big Brother's gotten crazy on vehicles. It's insane.
Yeah. And even some insurance companies are trying to press it out. They're like, Progressive has that little thing you plug into your OBDC or whatever it's called, OBDB, whatever the fuck it is.
Hey, there's that kinky old bastard.
Who?
What's up, Frank?
Frank!
I'm a bastard. I'm a Canadian guy, eh?
Canadians are so nice they don't even get the moniker bastard. It's like
no.
It's
They tell us not to fly, and we don't.
That simple, Jesus, man.
Hey, Frank. I'm gonna need you to send me $1,000, bro. US.
It's on the way. I sent it yesterday.
Sweet.
It's like $20 American.
See how nice he is?
Yep. The check's in the mail.
I don't have a mailbox, bro. What the fuck?
No, it's addressed to your truck. It's addressed to your truck, your license plate.
Like I said, the little poor mailman's running behind you trying to catch you, Chuck. Slow the hell down.
Yeah.
Yeah, J-Bo's got OBD2. That's what it is.
Mm-hmm.
I always want to say, oh my God, ODBC, and I know that's not fucking right.
Well, there's an ODB3 also, but it wasn't very popular. Yeah, much more data communicated through the connector. But
I'm obese.
Okay.
Does that count?
Yes, we'll give it credit.
Cool.
What about OCD?
That's something totally different.
Okay.
LSDS.
Yes.
DMA.
Obese OCD.
Hey Josh, remember that lady we used to work with that was OCD? Blonde chick, kind of hyperactive. Initials were TC.
Yes.
Yeah. No, this is one of those people who went to go deploy a computer to her desk, and like I went to go put it in there, and I'm just hooking it up, and she's like, "No, this has got to be here, and this has got to be here, and you got to do this, and you got to do this." And I'm like, I finally was like, "Okay, look." I'm like, if you are in fact OCD, I can respect that. No matter what I do with this, you're gonna move it anyway. So let me just get it running, and then you can do whatever the hell you want. I felt so bad for her because
Wrong chat.
Wrong chat.
Am I talking out loud again?
Yes, you are.
So there's something we have to do while we're out, Joe, and maybe we need to make it a point to do it at 2 different places. One in Philly and one in Long Island. And I don't know if you guys are caught up on what the FPV, the authority is.
Oh, the authority?
Yeah, but what he does is he invites people to make outdoor tracks. So not with flags and, gates, but to use your environment anywhere publicly accessible as a track. And what it is you have to do 3 laps inside of a minute. Now, anything under a minute qualifies, but most people try to find that 20-second mark, something that you can just barely pull off 3 laps in 60 seconds, and then you post this. All right, so we'll have to take video of it, and he approves it, and then he posts. He's got a big map with all these maps that are these pins that other people have posted, and you can go to that place, record yourself running the same track, and try to beat the last person's time. So it's a neat idea.
Yeah, and I would set the slowest time possible.
That's okay. I'm bringing my racer. I'm going to try to set some times.
I'm going to be spring spare drones because I'm going to break some shit. I already know that's going to happen.
I have to try to get my second glide up this weekend.
I just actually got my my alien going again, so this sucker's ready, complete with nail polish.
Nail polish? Nail polish? Your conformal coat?
You see it?
I know. I found a hobby store and I was really bored, so I ended up getting some acrylic paint and doing some red with metal flake.
Really?
Now, the question is it still going to be alive for Nuba?
Maybe not, knowing me. But like I said, I got a big old fat tax return coming, so I'm due to get batteries. I was seriously contemplating going 6S.
I think I broke them.
I've never even seen you fly. How are you going to break me?
Well, no, I love my 6S stuff, to be honest with you. The funny part is I have like a bag full of 4S batteries that I haven't flown in quite a while because... Is yours set up for the efficiency or just raw power? Mine's set up for the efficiency. So I have the F4, was it 1600 kV motors? So, I mean, they're actually legitimately set up to run optimally on 6S. I mean, they'll run on 5S. I do have some 5S batteries, but I run them on 6. So, yeah. So I'm thinking about it. Are you gonna change your motor KV, or are you gonna stick with the default? No, absolutely. I'd go down and go for the efficiency. Gotcha. Well, who was it that was ripping theirs and running like 2800s or 2700s with 6S? And I'm like, he's like, oh yeah, it'll scream. And I'm like, dude, you were breaking the sound barrier by like Mach 1.2. The tips of those blades, they're not doing shit.
Well, Wild Willie did that. He did a just because I can.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
How does the nail polish work? Twisted Goat's asking.
Works out pretty good, man. I mean, I figure, I usually do the trick where I put super glue on the ends of the arms. So why not some acrylic paint? Make it look pretty, you know?
Just to answer Baduga's question, but Baduga's asking, he's like, does Joe fly? Where is the video of it? I have video. I don't ever post. I don't do videos. It's not my thing.
Don't believe him, Joe. I don't think he flies. There's no proof.
If there's no video, there's nothing that happened.
What he said.
No video, no
It
proof.
never happened. If there's no video, it never happened.
Josh has a video. He used some of my video in some of his videos.
I think it's a lie.
It's conspiracy. Government did it. Trump made it.
It was like Inception.
Yeah,
But with
right.
drones.
I do have video, I swear. Somewhere around here.
So I got a ground question for you guys.
The
Go
ground
for it.
question. It
Ground
hurt to
question.
hit it.
What looks better? Does these tires look better on this Jägermaster? Silver or gold?
Ooh, the gold are kind of pimp.
Pimping.
I would go with the gold since you got a red body on there.
I put gold chains on all my bicycles. It's pimping.
Bling, bling.
Definitely the gold.
I don't do chrome. It's pompous.
Pompous?
Gold's okay, but chrome is pompous.
Right.
Good. My subtlety wasn't missed. Good. That's
Okay, we're going with gold.
If the body was any other color, I would say go with the silver. But since it's red, definitely go with the gold.
Nickel, man. Nickel plated.
nickel
No,
plated.
not nickel-plated, chrome.
Nickel plated chrome, of course. Oh, by the way,
I got to an argument with a guy one day. Well, I say argument. It wasn't like an argument, but he was insistent that, no, it's chrome plated. I'm like, yeah, chrome is nickel. And he's like, no, it's chrome. I'm like, bro, like, look at your periodic table. There is no fucking chrome.
it's chromium, but okay. By the way, has anybody here worked with a chromer before? Anyone?
Nope.
Anyone?
Nope.
Oh my God, they are like the hairdressers of the metalworking world. That we literally went to go get some chrome work done for a customer. We were doing some structural poles for their kitchen, and they wanted these chrome poles to hold up the ceiling. We went to like 6 chromers, and I shit you not, their answer was, "Well, I could do it, but I don't want to." It was just like, we're gonna pay you, you know. They're like, yeah, but you know, I have all this work to do, and I shit you not, it took us. I think it was our 7th chromer that we finally got to do it. It was insane. I'm like, you know, we're paying you. This isn't like we're asking you to do this for free. I know, but I have all these motorcycle parts and da 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 da. I completely flummoxed by that.
Sounds like a freaking tattoo artist to me.
Yeah.
Could be.
Oh,
Quad
mine's
bot's on.
pretty easy going.
Quadbot FPV's on.
Go on, Quadbot.
You have 4 hours and 22 minutes of remaining drive time.
Okay, thank you.
Nice
There
to
you go.
know.
We got 20 minutes left.
Who are you going? Where are you going? Who was that? Was that Night Train or was that you, Tank?
No, that's me.
Was you? Okay. Like,
That was his virtual assistant letting him know that he had 22 minutes to get to where he was going.
so out of curiosity, Chuck, if you you said you're only allowed to drive a certain amount of time, what happens when that happens? You basically just have to stop, or is it like they give you some sort of leeway one way or the other?
If you have a safe and legal spot, you could stop. If not, you go on. You get a note in there saying, what the hell's the word? Refuge or something like that.
Really? Okay.
Technically, by law, what you're supposed to do is stop, call the state troopers, tell them to send out a DOT certified trooper to escort you to a safe location.
Bro, do it.
Look at his face.
Yeah, but I think that's like inviting the cops into your house. You know what I mean? Like, you know, they're going to be like, what's that bottle of stuff right there next to your thing? And then you got to fill out some paperwork.
When they show
Yeah,
up, you just
go
need
ahead
to be wearing your chain collar and your dildo hat.
Ooh.
Say something, Frank.
So you guys want to see chrome? This is chrome.
Nickel.
Is that legit chrome? Or is it like plastic
It's a paint chrome I use. It's plastic.
Okay.
Plastic chrome. So
It turned out so nice. That's got the magnetic mounts for the body and everything on it.
yeah, so
Yeah.
I put the magnetic bounce on here, so it's chrome all the way around.
Sweet.
That way nothing comes through the body and stuff. It looks sleek.
Dude, I
Yeah.
could watch myself jerk it in that thing. It's so
I
shiny.
Yeah, you could,
You see everything you do.
you
in
could,
that.
but it won't happen. So here, I just took it off just like that, and here's the magnets under it.
Cool.
They're
Those turned out
ring
nice.
magnets.
That's awesome.
So
Tell me you didn't get high painting that thing, because Jesus, man.
no. It was very easy to do, and it's just spastic and backed with their own black that they have.
Lexan's so fun to
are you-
play with anyway.
What's that, Nitrate?
Lexan's easy to play with as far as painting and whatnot. Once you've got the basic techniques down, it's fun to play with. I was doing bodies back in the day for like chuck competitions and stuff like that, where we were putting all the flames and everything else, and it's just easy to fun to play with.
I would have to agree with that, and it
Yeah,
makes
I know, and it's so clean. You can melt it a little bit, and it stays clean. It doesn't fog up like your basic plastics and stuff like that. So it's really workable.
So a buddy of mine's working on some textile stuff for boats, and he's now a wholesaler, and he says apparently one of suppliers sells him flexible Lexane that's sewable and cuttable.
Ooh.
Can you say that again with proper enunciation, sir?
He said that he's got some, and it's flexible and it's sewable. No, it's flexible, sewable Lexane. What the hell is Josh doing?
Licking his lipos.
Oh, it's all good until he hits one of those balancing leads and then just lights his ass up. I'm gonna die.
It would totally be worth it. I'm not going to put attention, but it would.
It's only 6S.
It's the lipo pack.
Wow.
Magic smoke! Look.
Talk about some adrenaline.
I wonder what that'd feel like compared to a 9-volt battery.
Well,
I mean, considering the voltage really isn't far off, a 9-volt puts out quite a bit.
well, here's the funny thing I learned by my own stupidity and lack of good decision-making process skills. When I was in college, I had my tongue pierced, and I thought it would be interesting to test a 9-volt battery, as I had always done my entire life. And I hit the 9-volt battery on the metal lead and my tongue, and that shit dropped me like a bat. I mean, I hit the ground. I mean, like instant voltage to the nervous system.
The thing
I
that most
beat myself
people,
to shit and hit the ground all at the same time.
the thing piercers that do tongues worry about the most is there's a nerve that goes right through the center of your tongue.
Yeah.
And if you hit that, you can like totally lose all the feeling in your tongue. I mean, your tongue will be totally limp.
Yeah, but
That's off, too.
mild. See, these have so many more watts and so much more amperage than a 9-volt. That's
yeah.
what
Well,
scares
that's
me.
what I was looking at. I mean, 9-volt puts out what, 3.2 or something like that?
What, 3.2 amps? Amps?
Yeah, I mean, your straight connection power is like 3.2 versus 9.
Yeah, well, that's what I heard. Is the voltage won't hurt you; it's the amperage that's going to kill you.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Yes.
and that lipoly would most definitely put a hurting on you, because
Yeah, because it's 100C, all that in. Yeah, it's peak.
Now, Quadbot was asking what our opinion was of the adrenalines. I'll tell you, they are good batteries. They are damn good batteries, but they are overpriced damn good batteries. And I think that you could probably find something that's totally equivalent to it for probably $6 to $10 less a pack, easily.
And which batteries are those?
If I know, I haven't used anything but adrenalines.
Oh,
The adrenaline packs.
Oh,
Whatever, yeah.
So apparently, Computer Noise asked a question. Hey dudes, recently got into FPV with a Wizard X220. I've been flying 3S, 1500 milliamp, 45C. I'm satisfied with the power, but I'm looking to get more flight time suggestions. Not afraid of 4S. I personally would say go to 4S just because of the power difference. You think you're good on 3S?
And the cost.
It's a good middle point.
Yeah.
Yeah. Flight time is
not the low end.
Flight time is not something you're going to get by upping your battery.
As you milliamp rating.
That's going to be smoothing your motors, props, the whole overall. I mean, it takes a lot of variables to get the flight time.
And going over 1550 milliamp is not even effective at all because you're just trading weight for power or weight for time. You're not going to get that time because it's heavier. If you're going to go to 4S, expect less time. Get the 1300 and enjoy the power.
And that equivalent ratio is also depending on your 4S battery, because your China Hobby line batteries, which are cheap and they're a good basic battery, but they're also bigger than your some of your other packs. So you're going to add a little bit more weight as well.
With that said, you can also go check out Amazon for Ovonic batteries. They're about the same power output, the same everything, but they weigh less, about 30 grams less.
Solid packs. I like them.
That's probably what I'm going to be switching to when I make my next big battery purchase.
For half the price of a Tattoo Raceline battery, they're going to do as good as
the Ovonics cost less than a CNHL battery, and CNHL is about as cheap as you can get, almost.
Yeah, CNHL is probably your cheapest, top quality type battery, I would say, as far as the batteries that are out there right now that are pushing a lot. CNHL. Probably your top end.
A lot of people don't realize this. These are Tattoo R-Line batteries, okay? They are made, if you get a Tattoo R-Line and you look at these things that I'm pointing out, they are the same width, they are the same depth.
Stickers all on the back of them are the same.
Hold on, Mike. They're the same length. They have the same label at the same spot. They have the shrink wrap around the base. They have the extra tape around where the cable leads come out. These are Tattoo R-Line batteries for $16 a piece.
The sticker on the back of them is exactly just like a Tattoo R-Line battery. It's the same sticker that comes on them.
4S for $16?
Yeah.
Yep.
4S, 1300 mAh, 100C punch.
Now,
yeah,
they're not going to put out like an SCE or whatever you call it battery, meaning you're not going to be able to sit at 100% throttle. Mike, take it easy, bro. You're not going to be able to sit at 100% throttle for 45 seconds without any sag, but we don't need that.
Yeah, if you're racing doing land stuff like tank, I mean, those guys when they're ripping on those courses, they're putting out probably in the higher amperage rating because they're constantly pushing the entire way.
Yeah.
I mean, we're putting out decent amperage, but for the most part, that's why you can get away with. You see these giant quads that are running 20 amp ESCs. If they're just chilling and hovering, they're not going to pull a lot of amperage. When you start doing the punch outs and stuff like that, those are those momentary spikes of power. So they recover afterwards. But yeah, dude, I'd say go with 4S. I mean, you're going to get cheaper batteries and you're going to once you get one on there, you'll be like, oh, this is what I've been missing.
Now, one thing though is if you're still using the stock Wizard 20 amp ESCs, now, I never had a problem with 4S on them, but pretty much everyone else that I've met that got a Wizard has had problems with 4S and burning out the original ESCs.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. He's saying that they won't handle 5S, but definitely check the ratings on. Make sure you're not going to blow it up just by plugging it in. But yeah,
except Josh, because
he's do 4S, but they're not going to be long lasting 4S ESCs compared to a 30 amp ESC or whatever, because like you said, they're only 20 amp for this or that.
All right. You got to remember the motors on the Wizard are 2205. There are a lot of people being brand new like they are that they think the bigger the pitch their prop, the better this thing's going to fly. Yeah. And they over-propped it, and then the ESC is self-ignited. If you don't try to over-prop it, 4S will be fine on those Wizards ESCs.
What's the prop that comes originally on the Wizard? Isn't it like a 46 or something like that?
I think it's a King
51 or something like that. It's crazy weird prop.
like 50-45, 50-46, and you wouldn't want to go any steeper than that.
Right.
Some of the more modern props, like if you take the Gemfan Wind Dancer, they're super light, and they're actually going to do better on those motors.
Especially if you're pushing more power with the battery too.
Right.
Yeah.
So I would tell you, you're not going to get more flight time. You might notice that you get more flight time with a 4S battery and a 75C or 100C rating, and you're taking it easy. Only because that battery is going to be able to sustain output better than like a 45C battery.
So he's saying that the props on the Wizard were 50-40s.
Yeah, 50-40 King Kongs. That's right.
Oh.
Are they bullnose? Because that adds a lot of weight to them.
They were almost like a Cyclone, but they were really cheap.
Okay.
Back when I got mine, they were equivalent to 50-45s.
Gotcha. He said, so we bought some 50-45s. So I wouldn't push your pitch too much. I'd try and stick to the same pitch because you don't want to. It sounds like the weak spot on that. I never played with one of those, to be honest with you. So it sounds like the weak spot is the ESCs on those. If you're going to start pushing prop, you're going to start taxing those ESCs. They're not made to handle the.
For freestyle, you probably don't want much more than that to begin with, even on a high-end motor, you know, that type of thing. Most people don't use more than like a 46, 47. Even with the new props, they're pushing a little bit 48, a little bit, but they're finding they're not liking them as much.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Now, I've been experimenting. I have higher KV motors. I have the same motors as Josh does. What are the 7? What are they, Josh? 7? What are they? I forget.
2750 kV.
2750 kV. Now, I've been experimenting with much lower pitch props on those motors. And I have to tell you,
Smoother.
it's pretty freaking incredible.
Mm-hmm.
I have performance. I have everything I could want out of a prop. And when I tell people the pitch I'm using, I always get the same reaction. I get like, what? That's so low.
See, it's funny. The higher the higher you spin that motor, the more it's going to grab. And if you're not looking for like top end speed, which kills me because airplanes, and Josh and I had a conversation about this one day, like pitch on airplanes, man, you'll get like pitches of like 10, 11, 12. And because it's depending on the airspeed of the aircraft to keep it, no, don't restart. No.
For prop ratio, you got 4 props versus 1 prop.
True.
Makes a lot of difference too.
Well, also the fact that the idler range for the quad is to hover, so you want it to be able to bite. Whereas aircraft, unless you're doing an acro aircraft, you want the airspeed to get the air over the wings to maintain your lift.
Yep.
So those lower prop speeds, actually, because some of these motors spin so damn fast, you go with a low pitch prop, you're actually probably going to up your efficiency because the amperages that required.
And be putting that in way out there, burning ESCs on the wing.
Now, the 2 props that I've been experimenting with, one is the HQ 5.1, 3.1, and the other is the Ethics props. And I've compared the 2 props. I put them one on top of the other. They are virtually the same exact prop, like 100%, except there's a little bit missing on part, like that's wider on the HQ one, just a little part. And the hub on the Ethics prop is practically nothing. I mean, I swear, I haven't weighed them, but I think the Ethics prop would actually weigh about half the amount that HQ prop would weigh. And in the set that I used were super durable. Now, I hate touting that company because that company's a bunch of bullshit. But even at $4 a set, I think that might be my prop.
If you bring some, you know what? I'm going to bring my giant bag of props, and I may end up having to swap you a set to try them just to see how they play.
Yeah, I got to order some. I'm out of them, but
Hey, really? Okay.
I had one set, and that set lasted me through multiple sessions, with crashing like damn near every pack, and they just got so tore up that I couldn't use them anymore. They never broke. They never creased. I don't really hear deflection when I'm pumping the throttle on.
Oh, that reminds me.
What surprised me because they're kind of flexible because they're thinner.
Yeah. I'm looking at actually some for that 7-inch. I'm actually looking at some carbon props. I forgot to order them just to see what happens because Josh was flying at the one time. He's like, you know, you could hear the and you could see it in the video. The props actually flexing, and I'm gonna see about getting a set of lightweight carbons for it and just to see what the difference in handling would be. It'd be interesting to see.
I'm sure they'll be fantastic, dude, but don't fucking crash.
Dude, honestly, those have the same set of props on it I got when I built the damn thing. And I've crashed it like 3 times. Like hard enough to mess up arms.
How long ago did you build it?
6 months, 8 months ago.
You've crashed it 3 times?
Like 3 times into like rock. I mean, like into the railroad tracks behind my house. And not
okay, you're either pro or you just don't fly it.
Doesn't push it.
Can't argue either. No, I have the 4-inch to push. That's my my weekend piece. I don't have to take it home, show it to the parents. I just smack it around on the weekends and then go. People ask her like, "Do you have another quad?" Nope. Don't know what you're talking about.
Hey, computer noises. I think basically everything that comes with the Wizard is shit.
And
I'm not just trying to be an asshole. We all started with Wizards for the most part. And you end up replacing every single internal component there is.
You do.
hey,
And that's not a bad thing because you get to learn how to install the stuff.
One piece at a time, typically.
Yeah. So So
that's not a bad thing.
yeah, no, not a bad thing at all. But count on replacing it all eventually.
Yeah.
The Wizard gets you started, but we all learned quick. And, you know, even with the more expensive hardware, though, you got to admit, I mean, every once in a while, a piece goes out. And, you know, you're always replacing something, whether it be a motor, an ESC, a camera. And you just, it's just a way of life.
A neighbor's window, a dog. I mean, these things happen. Though he said $300 was his absolute limit for getting an FP. That's, like I said, I agree with Josh completely. It's great. And the nice part is it gives you the experience of replacing stuff because it's going to happen. Yes. And then eventually you'll be like, okay, I know what I'm doing. And then you're going to be like, you know what? Now we're going to go crazy and buy, start ordering pieces. So,
yep.
Hell yeah, man. Once you get past the Wizard, you're going to be like, holy shit, there's such good stuff out there. Oh my God, I'm going to give them all my money. Here, take my wallet.
Hey, actually, computer noise. If you plan on coming to Noobapalooza or anything fun like that, you should bring one of those 3S batteries because I've never seen what it looks like whenever you run a 3S battery to like 1.2 volts. I just want to run that bitch until like it starts like screaming for mercy.
But first, you have to start with it at 4.6 volts.
4.6. Charge to 4.6. Go make yourself a cup of coffee. Come back in about 3 hours. See, no, don't do that. Really, just don't do that. You will lose the house. What? I just spent $1,500 to jump in now over 200p. I'm so confused. Kush, I'm lost.
I think that might have been a K because that's pretty close to a P on a keyboard, but I don't think he spent $200,000 so far.
Well, then he put $2,000 after that, so now I'm really confused.
He spent $1,500 to $2,000 to jump into the hobby.
Okay, all right, that makes more sense.
I am not going to get even close to telling you how much I spent my first year. I will just say it was bad.
I spent $1,000 to get in, and that's buying a Wizard.
I bought one of those ready-to-fly quads that came with goggles, came with the radio, came with the quad, battery, charger, all that stuff, man. About 2 weeks later, I was buying stuff for replacing stuff or fixing stuff or yeah.
My wife may watch the replay, so
you're gonna be fixing or replacing. It's gonna happen.
Not even gonna go there.
Dude, just your recent purchases. Wait.
Not even going there.
Yeah, I'm really glad.
$200, and I'm going with that.
Spend that in a week.
I'm really glad I never kept track of how much I've spent in this hobby because I would probably shoot myself.
I'm
I
lucky
keep telling my wife.
in the last 2 years.
Yeah, I keep telling my wife that I upgraded. I traded for something else. I traded for something else. So I traded all the time, but I end up with 40 of them. But I'm still trading, and the numbers are still adding up.
Don't give away the
doing
secret.
it wrong. The right answer is that's the same one I had before.
Yeah, don't you pay attention to me anymore?
Yeah,
I
I
was
changed
like,
the body. I just changed the body.
All I gotta say is bless her heart.
Yeah, right.
No, I got an understanding with my wife. I get to buy an RC, and then she gets to buy a Pandora bracelet.
Oh, maybe losing on that one.
Holy shit, that's it.
I got you though, West Side, man. I've done that. Gone into Pyro and looked at what I've spent at Pyro Drone, or Get FPV does that too. They keep a track of what all you spent for the entire. Man, the list was, oh my gosh, really? I don't even want to start adding up the numbers.
So Baduga's like, for my wife, I told her all of it was free. It was all free.
all his good friends in the States just send him everything.
Yeah, right. Exactly.
Computer noises. To answer your question, Noobapalooza, which is just a gathering of the noobs. Usually it's a small group, nothing too large, but this year is in Delaware. Last year was in Fort Worth. Next year, maybe Michigan. Who knows?
My fingers are crossed to get to Delaware.
When are you coming to Canada?
I'd love to, but I think there's extradition issues that I have to worry about.
Extradition. There's no wall yet. There's no wall for your time yet.
I have a passport. I go every couple of weeks, it seems, but
I'm going to Las Vegas next month.
That'd be good. So the Tank said he's going to put us all up in Las Vegas if we want to go there next year.
Computer noises. I go to Pottstown once in a while for work.
Pottstown? Oh, yeah.
Pottstown, PA? Hey.
Yep, I have flown in Kenilworth Park. All right, buddy.
So that's Pottstown. That sounds familiar. Is that near Allentown, or is it near like Hershey? Where's that?
It's like do you know where King of Prussia is?
Yes.
It's like 15 minutes from King of Prussia.
Okay.
It's like 2 hours from where I live.
Yeah.
Jim says bring it to Hot Springs. I keep thinking about all the complaints he has about we don't have any place to fly here or this.
That's exactly what I was thinking.
There's a Hot Springs. Yeah, what are we going to do? We go 2 towns away?
We're going to go hang out at his house.
No, he's got a soccer field that he shares with the playing guys.
Yeah. As long as they're not flying that day.
God,
I would be that in the corner and hope we don't get dive bombed.
I'd be that guy that shows up with the $300 wizard, or the $200 wizard, shows up, waits for one of them to take off, rams him, and then just jumps in the car and leaves with all the expensive stuff. Just to be like, who the hell was that guy?
That guy.
That guy.
I'll be that guy.
You'll be that guy?
I'll be that guy. Just for you.
You know, part of me also wants to do a quad skeet shoot. I don't know why.
Quad skeet shoot.
Yes, just like rip your fastest quad across the field and
you know, because you guys have been moving quick with that gun. Go slow. Everybody's used to birds moving.
I had a guy get into me for like a 20-minute discussion on like flying near his property. I'll shoot your shit down. I'm like, you don't own the airspace. Yeah, I do. I'm like, really? So all the planes that fly over your house, you got something to say about that too? I was just like, dude, come on, man. Oh well. Where's Sinister?
West Side. When we wrap this up, I'll hop on over.
Where's
take care, West Side.
Where's Sinister at? Said tons of good old boys here.
He's down in Arkansas Hot Springs.
Oh, is that where Hot Springs is? Okay. These rednecks are crazy here. Well, you know.
Yeah, actually a national forest type area and this and that, where you actually, if you try to send something to them, it comes up that way. Like, you know, national recreational areas and stuff. UPS and stuff comes up. They're like, "Wow, you're sending that to a state forest?"
That's funny. Is it really highly illegal to shoot down a drone? I didn't know that.
Computer noises? Never.
Any aircraft. UAV is
Always a noob.
Always a noob. Because if you ain't learning something, you ain't doing nothing. No offense.
Noob for life, baby.
Yeah, Hot Springs National Park.
There we go. I got my farm truck ready for tomorrow.
What you got going on tomorrow? Is your podcast truck?
No, well, tomorrow is my podcast, yeah. But tomorrow we're meeting up with a bunch of friends.
Farm truck.
So I'm going to be showcasing this truck.
That thing's nice.
So
I saw your video of that thing running, and it is a beautiful truck.
Got nice bling bling wheels. My son likes it. He's the one that chose it.
I'm waiting for you to put a little FPV camera in the inside.
I really expected when you called it farm truck to have that cab on the back, just like the Street Outlaws type stuff on TV.
Farm truck, yeah. This one I built all myself, so it's all built and it's pretty nice. And I made it nice and wide.
Custom wood bird. Oh man!
And I even got a tailgate that opens.
Nice.
That's what I like about this hobby, is making the detailed stuff for these things.
Yeah.
And I got Captain America driving it, so you can't see, it's too dark. But Captain America is in there with the Ninja Turtle.
That's when I was doing RC trucks back in the day in the military and whatnot up in Alaska, I was getting into it, and we were doing like the builds and stuff for like the shows. So you'd have your races going on every week or whatever, but they'd have like a show class where you go out and show off your stuff, and you do the special bodies to switch over and this and that, or in your case, each special truck or whatever, Yeah, that was always the fun part, though, doing all the little custom details like trailer hitch on a truck or simple little things, lights, flames, roll cages. That was always the fun stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is one thing that I do kind of miss from the airplane world. I mean, you could get into some ridiculous detail if you felt like it. Quads really don't have that sort of nuance to them. You can start matching wire color and crap like that, but that's about as nuanced as you're going to get.
They try to match up your motors. That doesn't work out because there's so many limited colors of motors and this and that. It's tough to try to decorate a quad.
Okay. Yeah, we got a meeting every month, every second Thursday of the month. We meet up with a whole bunch of people that does land, air, and blah, blah, blah. And we meet up and we show what we're working on. So that first car I showed, the Jägermeister, that silver one, this one, and a buggy, those are the 4 that I'm bringing tomorrow to show off to. Those are the 4 that I've been working on this winter.
Nice.
Who was it? It was just
those FPV groups. I mean, they got like these RC hobby groups and stuff like that where it's been built up for so long with the ground crew and whatnot that your local hobby shop has all kinds of stuff. A lot of times there isn't that much for FPV. I can't wait for that to come around,
Well, I know I talked to one hobby shop and I had asked, it was over in Sterling, Virginia, and I went, or near Sterling, Virginia. I went and asked them about it, and they said they didn't stock a lot of stuff, and the reason is that their general consensus was that there were so many regulations because of where they were and being in a major city area that they're like, we would we'll order anything you want, but we don't typically carry a lot because of the fact that we get people coming here with a bunch of cash and want to do it, and then next thing you know, you got a problem. And I
found a lot of them aren't really up to date on the laws as far as the specifics either. They just hear the general census and go with it. They don't keep into it. They're like, oh well, okay, we'll just throw it off to the side then. Like Jim 616 Drones, he's down in Grand Rapids, Michigan. Well, Grand Rapids, Michigan, I mean, Mike Chin's down there. There's hobby shops down there in Grand Rapids, Michigan that have drone stuff. But it's still not built up all that big, you know. But they're still mostly controlled in those hobby shops by like Traxxas or this or that versus the drones and whatnot. But yeah, I find that a lot of them try to push it away. He got a lot of flack. He went into one asking about drone stuff and FPV, and they're, oh, you got to have a ham license, and you got to have this, and you got to have all that. And they were all hyped up about it. Yeah.
Yeah, that's when you go, yeah, I've got that. What's the problem? Just to shut them up.
So, Josh, power plant. What are you talking about?
So, Computer Noises lives about 2 hours away from my house in the middle of a town called Pottstown, PA, that everywhere you go, you have to drive in circles around the nuclear power plant that's right in the middle of fucking town.
I'm sure there's a law against that one. Isn't it near Middletown? Is that Middletown? Or I'm sorry, damn it, TMI? 3 Mile Island?
No,
Okay.
This is Pottstown's power.
Really? I'm sure there's got to be a law against it.
You're right. Limerick is usually where I'm at.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm sure there's a law. I'm pretty sure there's a law against you flying your quad into it.
Only if you get caught.
Yeah.
I quit jobs over that.
I thought you were talking about some shut down power plant or something. You got me hard there.
Yeah,
for
I
a
know.
minute.
I was thinking the same thing, and then they're like, "Oh no, it's still live." I'm like, "Yeah, I would set that shit in my lap, and I'd grow a fourth testicle. It would be cool."
Yeah, Kush, send it straight to jail.
Shit, I got crossfire. I can do it from the top of a mountain a mile away.
It's true.
Crossfire.
And they can find you.
Yes. Until they
have GPS.
And until they get your GoPro and they're like, playback. Oh, look, there's the guy we're looking for. This isn't going to take long to find him. Yeah, they have military there. Probably a lot of military with a lot of guns. Oh, Crossfire? Oh, do you know Crossfire? Computer
Crossfire!
If you gotta spin those tops, boy,
yeah,
right in the arena.
If you know what Crossfire is, oh. And, oh my God, he's quoting the.
That's why I was giggling.
Okay, very good.
Yeah, we have we have a teenager of the 90s. I always consider myself a 90s kid. Because, yes, I was born in 79, but, you know, until you hit your teenage years, you don't really – I think you're defined by what you experience in your adolescence.
Agreed.
Yeah, I think the 80s had a big part of that, bro. I was only born a year before you.
I was born a year before you?
Half a year.
Yeah, I ended up getting a taste for synth and ankle warmers.
Yeah, and striped shirts with the little tiger on it and short gecko shorts.
And trying to watch porn through the cable channel you didn't have. You're like, saw a nipple. You know,
pretty sure I just saw a titty. It was blue and purple with yellow pants.
Being able to watch an Abercrombie like commercial or something.
Watching a what?
Watching an Abercrombie commercial.
All I know is the Sears catalog. Ooh, that was a sticky book when I was done.
Oh man,
it was a different world back then.
Oh no, not Sears. It's the J.C. Penney was the good one.
My mom worked for Montgomery Ward, so that's all we had around.
Wow. Yeah.
Hey, all these millennium kids are all freaking out because Facebook is not working right. Nobody can post messages and all that. So
their entire social structure just collapsed in front of their very eyes.
Instagram, Facebook, and Messenger is down. So like people are freaking out.
They're all trying to figure out how to sign into Twitter.
And anyone born before 1990 doesn't give a fuck.
No.
What happened earlier? Yeah, and Facebook's down. Wait, what are we talking about?
So it worked for me.
I thought my conservative beliefs.
It's a conspiracy.
Conspiracy.
Oh man. Yep, the Spice Channel. That's still a channel, I think.
Really? Wow, I didn't know that.
It blows my mind that people pay for porn, so
It blows my mind that people pay for cable.
right?
I pay for the internet. You can screw the rest of it.
I gotta have basic cable to have the internet.
Okay, that was awesome. Chuck blew smoke, and then Josh coughed in the screen right next to it. That was phenomenal timing.
The perfect hit.
He's trying to fish again.
Why, but that statement made me think of a movie called Green Book or The Green Book. Great movie, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody should watch it.
Recent?
Wait, I can't say that online. Never mind.
Yes, you can.
No, I can't.
Was it recent?
Yes, very recent. In fact, one might say you can go on the internet in some places and get it, but I wouldn't tell you that.
Was it like up for an Oscar or some shit?
Probably.
Yeah, I'll never see it.
What, you only watch
All movies that are up for Oscars usually are pretty much always suck balls.
Okay, well, your loss.
You ever see
all people would enjoy the shit out of that movie, and I'm going to leave it at that.
Probably. I was just talking shit.
He can't. You know how hard it is for him to watch YouTube and a movie while he's driving his big rig across the country, man? Give him a break.
Sorry, no, keep up with Chad.
It's not that hard.
Oh, God.
Oh, no. All day.
Double dare. What kind of fine is that one?
Fuck Mark Summers.
No, man, it's all about that green slime.
Hey, it's bad when you see me driving down the road and this is on my dash?
How old are you?
I think that's what he's using to watch videos on his phone.
Has to make it bigger.
Yep.
Fresnel lens.
Lovely. That's gold right there. What? Oh, by the way, who's Mark Summers?
Are you serious?
Seriously.
He is the old fogey, so you got to remember that, Josh.
Hey, I'm not that old.
Older than me, motherfucker.
Okay. Seriously, though, who's Mark Summers?
He was, so now actually he does hosting on the Food Network and other things, but he was a Nickelodeon host for all that other shit.
I never watched Nickelodeon, ever. Are you seriously fork combing your beard right now?
Just like seeing how long it takes you guys.
I mean, to as long as mine, you gotta actually use it like brush.
Well, mine doesn't grow down, Mike. Mine actually follows my chin. Because if I pull it, I mean, it's not as long as yours, obviously, but
yes, I could Google him.
Though. This is the same one I had when I went down to Nuba last year. Just keep it on going.
Why is everybody appalled by the fact that I have no idea who this dude is? I had a life as a child. I went outside and did things. I didn't watch TV. I shot the neighbor's cat, the neighbor's sister. I did this.
He put down his bicycle.
Damn right.
I was all about that Nintendo, man. We break out Metroid or do speed runs of Mario Brothers.
Actually, it was a dingle hopper, if I remember correctly. The fork used to brush people's hair in Little Mermaid. I remember that because I had my friend had the one with a dick on the front. That's why I thought it was hilarious.
A dingle hopper doesn't even sound right.
Contra, that's right. With that spread gun.
Are we really bringing up Contra again?
No.
Just because you guys don't know the Konami code.
Was that the up, down, left, right, A, B, something like that?
Almost.
Up, down, left, right, A, B, select, start. Or BA, select, start.
No select.
See, that was...
No, because if you hit select, it would just switch it to 2-player.
Oh. The BA select start was always the
I want to be where the people are.
I've just given up on this stream entirely.
Oh my god.
Guys, I'm so tired.
And I'm the one all hopped up on coffee.
Yeah, you are.
All day, sweating my ass off. My hair's all greasy. I look like a greaser over here.
Hey.
Social.
Well, here's a phrase that'll date you. At least you don't look like a DA.
Hey, Chuck, don't you have a home, Chuck? Every time I see you on the stream, you're in the truck.
I do. I'm out here paying for it.
That is his home.
Okay. Gee,
No,
your kids must really miss you or hate you, one or the other.
On the road.
I have a house in Southern California, but I got to pay for the damn thing. So.
Okay.
So is it occupied right now, and would you notice if I was there?
Yes, and I wouldn't, but you might have a problem with my homeboy that has a few guns. Hey, pretty lady.
Hi.
She's stalking me again.
Thank you for letting him have his internet again.
You're welcome.
Oh, the ladies there. I was about to say a dirty joke, but I'll wait till she's gone.
Oh,
I
are you?
I grew up on a construction site.
Yeah, you're not going to shock her. Trust me.
He wants to know when you're going to give him his balls back.
She did.
The dog wants his balls back.
Gets to wear him around his neck one day a week.
Yeah, right?
Hump
That girl's into the office.
Computer noise. No girls allowed.
Hey, she's a woman.
That's right.
Totally
She's married to me.
Rascals reference.
The He-Man woman-hating man club.
We can't do that. We've actually got women.
Oh.
My wife grew up on a construction site, so trust me, there's nothing that you can say that she's probably not got a rebuttal for that's going to make you feel very, very small in all directions. So,
They're not women hating, though.
Challenge accepted.
Yeah, I know you would, Chuck.
Joseph, what does your wife say after coming 6 times in a row?
Hurry up, my husband will be home soon.
Do you know what she says?
Not a clue. That's why. She said,
I do.
My husband will be home soon.
I do. I know what she says.
Good. I'm good with that.
$20, I'll tell you.
Exactly.
Right.
It took Josh a second. He's like, what's the punchline? What's the punchline?
But I'm pumped. Wow. Whoop. Wake up, computer. All right, cool. Yeah. Is it
So
sad
how-
that I use my
how long-
computer as lights?
How long do you think that's going to last, guys?
Night computer noises.
Oh.
Not long.
Yeah.
You can do what I did.
Truck.
I took zip ties, and hold on, let me click on your screen there, Chuck.
Hot glue?
No, I took the zip ties and wrapped them around so the zip tie was the lowest piece, so that it was grinding on the zip tie and not on the bottom of the T antenna.
No, I have feet.
It was a Chris Justice moment. Hot glue.
Yeah, but
No, it's not hot glue. It's that clear mounting tape.
Oh, Christ, that's not going to last.
That stuff is like concrete, bro. I don't know what you're talking about.
It's like concrete.
That's what he said.
Twice.
Yeah.
Once in the morning.
Oh dear, oh dear. No, I actually use zip ties on the bottom, and so the zip tie plug is actually the lowest point. So if it does scrape, it's going to scrape the zip tie before it hits the T.
That's the problem with the Alien is there's no real place for a zip tie to go right there.
You gotta get an actual mount for it or something with the Alien. The way the
I mean, dude, it would be hard. It would be hard to pull this thing off right now.
Watch, it's going to pop right off when he does it. It's like, no, look, it's really hard.
I can't say anything. I don't even have an Immortal T going right now, except for on the radio.
Dave, you know what? I would not mind using the other ones at all. I was kind of skeptical about them just because they look chintzy. You set them up just like you would a normal receiver antenna, and dude, it's all day long.
I want to get one of the duplex or the diversity ones. That's what I want.
One's off the back. One's off the back and one's up top.
What's that? Is it a
degrees. That's the regular antenna off the crossfire.
Yeah, I actually want to do that on the Alien just because there's no real spot for the Immortal.
Yeah, the way the Alien, you got that standoff in the back and off the back, it's just so clear. It's easy that way.
Is that one of the diversity ones?
It actually is more work.
To be honest, there's only one piece of TPU on this entire quad, and that's the GoPro.
Yep.
I'm not putting any extra weight on it whatsoever. It's heavy enough.
Just because I beat up my arms a little bit.
Is that the diversity model, Night Train?
That's the Crossfire with the regular antenna, not the Immortal T.
Okay, all right.
That's
no, Joe. Are you actually
mounted out the back and
are you actually trying to run for miles?
With some projects that I'm working on, yeah.
Oh, some projects.
Yeah.
Okay.
You're streaming something. Oh, look, no problem. Computer noise. That's what we're here for. We will feed you shit and a little bit of information. You get to figure out which. For
the Alien, the best way I've heard of the Immortal T being mounted is off the arm, though, where it cuts across one arm.
I would actually argue with that because all the long range guys have them on their GoPro mount going up and down this way.
Yep.
And I've also seen them going across right here, but they tend to get tore up a little more.
Yeah.
Well, Cross also has the same.
Just like that, straight up and down.
Yeah. Cross also has the same issue that if you end up going towards the polar end of it, so if you're flying 90 degrees to yourself, you would end up in a low control issue. Vertical is the way to go. If you can't.
I like the regular antenna versus the Immortal T because you got the 90 for it instead of just a straight bar. So you got a different range variance.
So typically the reason why antenna lengths are the way they are is because of the frequency they're running. Is yours running the non-Immortal T though? Is it still running it was at 913 megahertz?
It's standard antenna that comes with the micro. So
okay, all right.
It's like the wired two fucking leads off or whatever.
Yeah.
He means yes.
Just the standard, not the Immortal T. There's only two antennas. It's either the standard or Immortal.
Josh, where are you going? Don't go. Don't go.
I'd be interested. I'd like to. I'm gonna have to eventually order one of those diversities. I just want to see how they work because that would be.
Yeah. I
personally have no interest in that only because I'm not going to be flying far enough away to worry about it.
Yeah. Yep. I'm not doing more than a mile with any of my quads I can imagine.
Well, I'll do more than a mile. I've done a mile just to see if I could. I got a mile out and back, so a total of 2 miles total.
I did 3/4 easy with just regular FR Sky, so I mean, the Crossfire is just a little assurance for behind stuff and whatnot, a little more penetration for me.
I'm all about the penetration. Out of curiosity, what was the dude that did the video where he flew in and out of the train as it was
Nurk FPV.
Who?
Nurk FPV.
Nurk FPV.
Okay.
Yeah, he did some interesting. I watched an interview with him, and he talked about he has a kind of a methodology to making his videos that as to why they're such interesting videos, and it was actually a pretty cool methodology. Basically, he said he took advantage of the Crossfire and would start off like way the F out in the middle of nowhere, like would just go. And the mentality behind it was that anyone who flies is like, holy shit, he's way out there. If something fucks up, he's going to be screwed. He would play with the limits and then make his way back in. He said, as the video goes on, you've already hyped the person up because they're like, this shit's going to crash out in the middle of the woods in the middle of nowhere. And then pretty much he said anything that happens after that is that much cooler because people are already like hyped up because it's so far away from where he's flying.
Yeah, I've seen the video, and he basically says that he ends those runs by doing all his proximity tricks at the end.
Exactly.
It's like comes to a crescendo, and you not realizing that he's not, a 1.5 miles out anymore. He's right next to himself.
Yeah.
Nope.
I mean, it makes sense. And it's actually a pretty good technique for building suspense, to be honest with you.
I'm glad to see you're studying these things, considering you make so many videos.
Well, I've never seen any of yours, so I can't compare.
Now, boy.
You have lots of NoobTube videos then, huh?
I'm joking. I have seen Chuck's video. He was a guy flying with a truck. I said that last time.
Chuck.
Flying with a truck.
Josh, pretty much.
Yeah, my truck flies real well.
But most of it's highlights the NoobTube crew, and that's how Chuck's edits.
Mike, I have my own channel, bro, and it's all flight videos.
You know what, Chuck? Chuck, I am tempted to one video of me hovering in my backyard and posting it and be like, all my videos are flight videos.
Right? Hey, at least there would be some proof.
It's true.
What's up, love my drones? Did you get your toys yet?
Come on, man.
Hey, love my drone.
Did you get that charger and that power supply yet, brother? I know Josh sent it out.
You better have gotten it.
All right. What he doesn't know is I gave Josh my address.
Oh.
Like Josh doesn't know your fucking address.
It is true. Like he doesn't know exactly where I live.
You started punching the address and they come up with yours, and it's like, Joe, no, that's not where I was going.
Did you get the message with Chad Ball's address?
Yes, I did. And
Okay.
I will actually get that probably mailed out. Actually, I'll see if Laura can mail it out tomorrow before she gets in the bike store.
That's fine.
Yeah.
I just wanted to make sure you got it.
Yeah.
Haven't seen Squirrel around in a bit.
What, Squirrel FPV?
Yeah.
I haven't seen him either.
That must have been your video you posted earlier, Ed. I seen something earlier.
My next video, actually, it's ready to come out. I just got to do the thumbnail for it because it ended up being too big.
Yeah, there it is.
That's what he said.
Thank you, Frank. I was waiting for it. It's gonna be a weird one. I went a little artsy with it.
You went artsy? Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
All I gotta say is, if you like Slayer, you like it.
Cool. I will. Yeah, I'm not gonna pretend. I probably won't see it.
Figure that out. Artsy and heavy metal in one.
See, wait. Okay, Chuck. Okay, I gotta deal with you. You can do like Josh does and just send me the link, and I will watch it. I promise.
Don't bullshit on you.
You can go from dead to full in 1.25 minutes.
Do not listen to Josh ever.
Don't do that.
I was so proud. Did you guys see where I turned Fox Ear against Cat?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh,
I did
so
not see the
proud of that.
conclusion though.
Made one comment, and like from there it just turned to shit.
What was the conclusion to that?
I haven't gone back to check to see if what else has occurred from it.
That was pretty much the end. Caddick said, "Hey, you copy everybody on everything, and it's the only thing you consistently do." And then they didn't. Fox Ear didn't say anything back.
Right?
Oh, shots fired! Shots fired!
They finished by saying that they admire Runcam because Runcam innovates.
Wow. Hey,
I was trying to get him to tell the Caddix lady that freaking, well, hey, when are you guys going to stop copying Runcam?
So basically, they said, we're just trying to compete.
That's nice. Yeah, I like my Runcam stuff. I can't lie. I love my Runcam sparrows and eagles and splits. I love them. I mean,
I haven't had a bad Runcam, but I haven't had a bad Fox here either.
I've never had a lot of Runcam.
Runcam already did the engineering for it.
Right.
He's trying to start it again.
Runcam Eagle on the Alien.
Hey, Tank, have you ever tried to do FPV on a truck?
My buddy here in Ottawa did it. The reason I'm not doing it is because, first, I don't know a lot about FPV, but when I look about it, there's way too many choices, and I get confused, and I just shut the page down. There's too many options for me to buy goggles. Okay, what goggles go with what? What transmitter goes with what receivers? To me, it just got complicated, and I just said, "Oh, screw that." I'm waiting for somebody to come out with a kit that's all pre-made, cheap goggles, transmitter, receiver, and put it in the truck and just go. Like,
you should get one of those the micro stacks, the ones that have it all in one, like the transmitter, VTX, and camera all in one. That they use in those.
Because it's not like you're going for a lot of range, man. So you just get one of those micro cameras that are, they're made for like tiny whoops and stuff, where they have the VTX and the camera as one board, like Joe was just saying, and then just get yourself a cheap pair of goggles that everything's built in.
Yeah, you don't even need a diversity or anything. Was it the what's the Ishin? The Ishin that makes the box goggles that are real cheap, like they're like $70.
Okay. Hundreds or whatever.
Yeah, I've got. That was the first set I bought.
Yeah, you can get a set for like $35 if you just want something that's going to do the trick.
Yeah.
I even have the VR goggles from. I even have the VR goggles from my phone. Like if I find something that works on the 2.4 gigahertz, the same as my phone, I'm laughing. Or a Wi-Fi system. I don't need to go that far.
They do make that actually, both Wi-Fi or just straight to your phone with 2.4. But you're going to have a lot of lag.
Yes.
Okay.
So I mean, I would go with an actual FPV system because you're not going to have that.
Now that micro one, how much is that going to cost? How much is that going to run by?
What was that?
A micro cam, probably about $30 or something like that, all in one, $30 to $40.
The goggles, you're looking at under 100.
You got one of the better ones.
Easily, Frank.
For combos for like $30, $40, something like that.
Yeah, get them set up, dude. We'll send you something in the chat, man. We'll get you hooked up.
Okay.
It'd be a good experiment, something fun to play with.
Yeah.
I mean, I've seen guys do it and seen the DVR from it, and I mean, it's really bouncy. But what do you expect?
It is good. Yeah.
Well, what I'm doing is crawling. So in my crawlers, it's going to look good in the crawler. But
moving, stabled out.
Yeah.
Dude, that's
up and down and jumping and all that. Yeah.
That's kind of why I was thinking that you need to mount it behind the steering wheel on a servo, on a dual servo, so you can look around, because you can get a goggle set that has a head tracker.
Yeah.
So when you look to the left, it'll look to the left. So you could literally look out your window and see what you're crawling by, because I know that's actually kind of important when you're crawling.
Yeah.
I don't know if it was recent, but UAV Features just did a video with the head tracking where he was going up with somebody that was flying a plane that had head tracking.
Yeah.
And actually in the plane, he was using the head tracking, and it was like you were in the cockpit of the plane to be able to look around a little bit.
Right. Now, how cool would that be in one of your trucks crawling?
While you're crawling, that'd be sweet.
That would be.
So Cadix makes the Cadix Beetle V1 is $12 on well, it looks like they're out of stock right now, but it's $12 at Get FPV. And that's the transmitter and the camera.
Been good cameras from what I've seen. I haven't played with their micros at all.
Hey Josh, did you ever use that Cadix I gave you? Josh, did you ever use that Cadix I gave you?
I think I had the Turbo one and the S one are the two Cadix that I've used so far.
Yeah. RC Fun, I think he's just getting tired and crashing because I think his coffee is wearing off.
Sorry.
Of course, if he keeps scowling like that, he's gonna have a crater in his head like the Grand Canyon I got.
Price on cameras right now.
Like putting FPV in this buggy would be so awesome.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
In a buggy like this, it's full open cockpit. You see the head.
Hell yeah.
This is one of the truck I'm bringing tomorrow.
Gotta set it up.
This one.
Okay.
You gotta set that up on a servo though with head tracking.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
You need a bigger scale and mount it in the dude's head on it. So whenever the head tracks, it's actually like in the head of the thing. That would be freaking awesome.
I could do that in my Savage very easily.
clear glass that left on the front. Make the helmet the camera.
Are you okay?
Hold on, is my wife sleeping?
That's what we call an aneurysm.
Yeah, Josh is kind of spacing out a little bit.
Oh my god.
No, he doesn't sleep with his eyes open. I can tell you that from personal experience.
Nope, but I let everybody know I'm sleeping. I don't
Yeah.
want anybody confused.
Yes, you'll know when he's dead because it will be quiet.
Okay, I'm bringing my my apnea mask when we go away next weekend.
Oh, I am so farting in your apnea mask. It ain't even funny.
Yeah, now that I know about that shit, bro, I'm glad I'm staying right by your house with my truck.
My wife laughs. I have to see if I can find the picture. She took a picture of me one day. It was like 2 or 3 weeks after I got it. And she wakes up and looks at me, and it's across my eyes. So she's like, it was so funny. She's like, this thing's just blowing away. You're snoring. She's like, you're wearing it on your eyes. Because mine is just a little thing that goes under my nose.
Yeah.
So it just, yeah. Anyway, I took one look at her dead serious and said, it helps me breathe better that way.
So what does it just give you more oxygen? Is that all it does?
No.
It creates positive pressures because snoring is caused by your airway collapsing.
Yeah.
So by essentially pumping positive pressure, it keeps it open.
Anybody in here scuba dive? Anyone?
I did when I was younger.
Really? Did you ever get to about 90 feet?
Nope.
So weird things happen when you get below about 65 feet. It gets to the point where your body can't physically initiate. You almost can't initiate the inhale because of the amount of pressure on your lungs. So when you go to initiate the inhale, like your body's going like, I'm going to inhale. From the second your muscle makes that release in order to try and do it, it shoves the air down your lungs. So it's this really weird sensation because you're so used to inhaling and letting atmospheric pressure push it in that it has to actually counter the force of the water. So you initiate the inhale and it just inflates your lungs.
Hold on, though. If you have your respirator pressure set to the atmosphere that you're diving at, doesn't it negate all that?
No, it's always greater than, because it's got to be greater than what the pressure is below in order to get it into your air. It has to force it into your lungs.
Wow. That's like I was like 9 when I got certified, so
I recommend it to everyone. It's a weird sensation, and if you're even slightly hungover, you will be ball-faced drunk by the time you hit about 30 feet.
I've gotten a little high before diving.
Really?
That's fucking great.
With like hydrogen and stuff like that, adding extra stuff into the
Nitrogen.
3 type of mixture. Yeah, nitrogen.
Yeah. I'll tell you what, though, that's one of the funnest experiences I've ever had was because I always use deep dive fins, so I just haul ass.
Mm-hmm.
And going like weaving in between the kelp stalks.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god, it was so much fun.
See, we went diving out. I want to say it was in North Carolina. We were at I used to do some wreck diving, and there was a barge that literally sunk into the sand this way.
Nice.
So there was a hole into the side of the wreck, and we anchored on at 30 feet. The sand was at 60 feet, and the hole was probably about 10 feet above that, let's say about 25 feet. Dive down, go into the side of the wreck, and go down into the hull of this thing, and we're descending down, me and my dive partner, back to back, spiraling down the shaft, this basically empty tanker, and we couldn't see the walls, and we couldn't see the bottom, and by the time we stopped, we both hit 95 feet, and we're looking at the hole, which is this little blue light way the fuck up here. We're like, all right, we're going up. We're done.
I'd have to think that's pretty scary, bro.
That shit was fun, man. I'd do it again in a heartbeat. Probably die, but I'd do it again. But yeah, I recommend anybody. What is this? Does I have that one too?
Later, Twisted.
Later, Twisted Goat.
We're just kind of farting in the wind here at this point in the stream.
It was a free-for-all stream. It wasn't structured.
I think we're pretty damn tired. It's late.
Yeah, I'm exhausted.
It's a free-for-all. They even invited a ground guy on their stream. It's a free-for-all.
Right.
Hey, Tank's always welcome. I like Tank.
Oh, yeah.
Good ground game, though. I mean, don't get it wrong.
If there's anybody actually left in chat that's not part of the Drone Network chat in Messenger, you might not know that Frank's probably the most twisted of all of us.
No, I'm not.
He doesn't play it. He's a super straight edge guy in public, but man, you get him in that and the porn is flying.
He almost got us all kicked out of chat last week.
I know. I tried to stir up a little shit on that subject.
Did you really?
People got a little sensitive last week.
What in the ground in your forum? Tank?
No, in your chat, in the FPV chat.
Oh, really? I didn't pay attention.
In the what's it called now? The Hotel California.
Hotel California.
Were they getting testy? I wasn't even paying attention. I didn't care.
You posted that post about the post.
Yeah, I posted the post about the post, and people just got like
too much.
I'm still very offended that you posted another post with a post in it that had no naked chick behind it.
Yeah, like
I'm Noah.
Yeah, but the lady was not naked. She had a post in front hiding everything. So
I tried to go in the
didn't see anything.
It wouldn't show me shit.
So then I posted just a post in the field, and people got even more offended.
All right, now I'm getting pissed off by the post. Man, of posts I'm hearing.
He's pissed about the post.
And no one has any idea what we're talking about.
I think I felt myself in the post there.
He's pissed about the post.
My brain's trying to process it, and it's not working.
Yeah, if we had anybody left watching, I think we just drove them away.
We got 6 people. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So there's one person still there.
It's Cardoso.
Cardoso or
Cardoso Media. So does he have his 107? Do you? No.
He does.
I don't know. Does Cardoso have a 107? I think Cardoso's overseas, though, isn't he?
He's a Canuck.
He's a Canuck, Canadian.
Yeah, Cardoso's a
Canuck. It's not a 107 in Canada.
It's Cardoso with a C, but he's going incognito right now. So
yeah. There's a 107 equivalent in Canada, really?
Yes, there's an equivalent, but it's not a 107.
What's the exchange rate on that one? Is it like a 94?
But I get 63% instead of 73%.
I was looking today at the exchange rate. It's 133. My Canadian dollar is 133 to your US dollar.
Roger passed the basic pilot exam up in Canada, so I guess it's not too tough.
We don't mention that name here.
Do you have something against Roger Moore? He's a good James Bond.
He is actually
Roger
underrated in my opinion.
We actually have every single James Bond movie on my server, and it is
all the DVDs here.
Who was the best James
Bond? That was right. It is underrated. This is like 69%. It's 73%, I believe, in the U.S.
So what happens in Canada? I'm about to say Canada. Jesus. What happens in Canada if you get caught flying without your like 107 equivalent? I guess do they they
confiscate your syrup rations for a year?
Give you a hearty handshake and pat you on the back, or
you don't get the yearly supplement of income?
I have no idea. The only thing I got is a DJI Spark, and every time I turn the software at work, it tells me I can't fly over 15 feet because I'm too close to the airport.
So what's good winning, though, isn't it?
15 feet, really.
How close do you work to the airport?
Oh, I'm pretty close. There, across the river where I am, there's a small little airport. It's in Gatineau Airport.
Yeah.
I'm right at the edge of that stupid circle. If I get out of the warehouse and walk 50 feet, I'm out of the circle.
Ooh. You said 1,000 fine. Is that how much is 1,000? That's what?
For you guys, $800.
That's a steep fine.
Yeah, that's pretty good fun, really.
But our 107 is only if you're actually making money off of it. So is that the same thing with yours? I'm asking Cardoso because I don't know shit. It's Canadian.
Yeah, fly anything anywhere pretty much otherwise. Recreational.
Yeah, you can fly anywhere if you have permission. So even though it's a no-fly zone, you can get a written permit to actually fly there. So let's say you have to,
etc.
Yeah, let's say you have to videotape over a house or something for resale or over a farmer's field, and it's a no-fly zone. You can get approval for it and waive all responsibilities and say you're going to fly a certain height and at what time. And then they're going to say, okay, but it's your responsibility. And then they gave you a paper that tells you can. But,
so it's not as strict as it really sounds.
Yeah.
That they say, oh, you can't fly anywhere. No, you just got to make some stipulations and make sure you're following the guidelines and they do some preamble.
Okay, guys. Funny thing, the dude that just commented DVR crash is one of my very good friends from work. The dude's phenomenal. I didn't realize he was on here, but he said I think just smoke came out of Joe when he tried to do math.
We call it magic smoke, and you can't put it back.
It's purple smoke.
Crash. Now that we got you, we need all the dirt on Joe you got right now on there.
Oh Jesus, you're asking the right guy.
Well,
yeah, I love this dude to death because the first day of work I was there. Well, it probably wasn't the first day. We worked in the same department, and we had an issue with one of our systems with a RDS server, and I walked up to him and I'm like, I know what the problem is. And he looked at me, he's like, you know what the fuck you're talking about. And I was like, okay. And he's like, you know, we have a distribution server that handles some of this stuff. And I'm like, oh, went back, figured it out. And he's like, yeah, okay, now you're on it. But first interaction was like, you have no idea, you don't know what the fuck you're talking about, which I mad respect the dude for because I love straight shooters, and that is probably about the straightest shooter I know. He's a good guy. And this dude is an old school. This dude is an old school pilot, man. He knows his shit. And in fact, I bring my stuff to work to show him, like, hey, check this out. You want to get back into it, right? So, good guy. But he can give you some dish on some shit I do. So, be careful with that request. Anything over 250 G, 250 grams. What's that in American? No.
DJI Sparks. The DJI Spark is just over the limit.
Really?
Just by a couple grams, yeah.
So why don't you shave a couple grams of plastic off that sucker and go fly it wherever you want?
Well, that's because the firmware won't let you do it unless I use a different firmware, which I've just recently learned you can. You can use not a firmware, but a software on your phone. You can use a different software to bind to it.
No, I heard that there was like a Russian hack or something like that to fix all that, to get around all that shit. But then again, I also heard that they overcame that, and you get caught for it these days. This was a while ago, though, so the validity of my information is very questionable.
So, Tank, is there also a ceiling on that? I mean, like an overall ceiling. Never mind if you're in restricted space. Well, do they automatically restrict you? I
have no idea for that part.
Okay. Yeah, I wasn't sure what the limit was.
I was sleeping in class when they talked about that one.
I know how you feel on that one. Trust me. Oh, actually, I wish what's his name was on, because Chris would be able to tell you that, because he's got enough of the camera platforms to tell you how they work.
Oh God, he's got one of every camera bird.
Yeah, right.
All I know is that geofencing stuff is utter bullshit.
What's that? That you can't fly within certain areas, or the
geofencing is the thing DJI uses, their software they use to stop you from flying. Yes.
I get it, man. I honestly, being online and looking at some of the YouTube videos of some of these guys that buy these things, it's honestly not surprising they put it on there, because I've seen some of these fools try and fly these things in some of the stupidest places.
Yeah, and they do it because any joker can get a DJI drone and put it in the air inside of 15 minutes.
Yeah, it's true. No argument there. I'm waiting for one. There was a video not too long ago of a guy getting drilled by some dude that drove up and was giving him shit for flying because he was flying near a what? I can't. Hold on. Chuck's broadcasting something here. What is it?
Nah.
Yeah. All the all the millennials are having coronaries, and I'm enjoying it. But there was a video of a dude that got just reamed by this dad who apparently had a conniption because the guy had a camera on his drone and his kid was playing in a field and was trying to call the cops and tell him that the guy was a pedophile trying to record kids. I was just like, you know, people.
That happens quite a bit, actually.
Oh, nah, come on. Come on, DV Crash. That's half the reason I got out. Too many noobs.
Well, there's a big thing about kids also on YouTube, eh? Lately, in the last week.
Well, yeah.
If you use your kids all the time in your YouTube video as a presenter, you're not allowed.
Well, no, they just shut down the comments on all your videos, so you get no interaction on your videos.
Okay.
And why is that?
And you also get shoved down in the recommendeds. It's because pedophiles were going on these streams and putting up time codes with the little code word at the end of it, that other pedophiles could know where to go to, so they could have spank material or some shit.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, it's gnarly. I guess it was happening a lot.
Jesus, that's some other shit right there.
Yes.
I didn't know about that, Chuck. About that part. How come you knew about that part?
I pay attention to YouTube stuff.
Oh, okay.
I'm a YouTuber.
Okay.
Yeah. He actually posts content. I'm like, me. So, I accept my role.
I try to at least follow the general news for when, especially when it comes to YouTube guidelines, because I don't want to get fucked off for doing something stupid.
Yeah.
Wow. Apparently, DV crashing their whole spank index sites. That's crazy.
Scary right there.
Yeah, ain't it though?
And apparently that's happening to channels that if there's just kids in the video at all.
Wow.
So it's actually affecting like channels that are run by kids, like that one kid who does the toy reviews and makes shit tons of money and freaking has millions of viewers and shit.
Yeah.
They're all getting fucked because of the
family channel or something. They're always like vlogging their like family activities, this and that.
Yeah.
Come in after they put that deal up or whatever, and she had to like click some new box or this or that, and she's like, yeah, there's kids in the video. They wouldn't even let them chat in the video. There was no text, no chat whatsoever because of it.
Yep.
That's insanity. I mean, and that's
Because they're doing family stuff.
Yeah, and they can't monetize. You're right, Cardoso.
Right.
Interesting. What a wonderful time we live in.
Yeah, so to get off the pervs, Crash, you got out of the freaking camera bird game, huh? Why don't you get into the real quad game instead? Joe, you're slacking.
No.
You need to get your friends in this shit.
No. This dude was in it before there was like, yeah, no, I'll let him defend himself. He's more than capable, believe me. But the
I'm not attacking him. I'm attacking you.
For what? Trying to get him back in? Oh, dude. No, this. Yeah. I'll tell you what. If you come down, DV Crash. When do you open? When do you actually open up the meat wagon? If you post on there, because if Noobapalooza comes down and we're going to his freaking meat wagon. Dude,
we need to have the meat wagon in Josh's backyard.
Seriously, no. If DV Crash is willing to.
I'm a fat man. You just said barbecue, bro. You better be coming.
Yeah, we were promised a big old brisket the last Noobapalooza, and it didn't so work out. We didn't have like some big barbecue and a brisket.
What are you talking about? We had our brisket.
We had brisket, but it wasn't like some big barbecue and a brisket like we were really thinking like it was going to be.
So, Josh, when's Nooba?
May 20th through the 24th that week.
He's open. We will, and it's at a winery, and I have flown that winery before, so I'm pretty sure he wouldn't have a problem. I'm not to speak for you there, DV Crash, but I am pretty damn sure we would be allowed to fly.
Oh, so they wouldn't mind getting invaded by like 20 quads at once, ripping around and tearing people's heads off?
Barbecue and bees.
Yeah. I'll eat a barbecued bee.
Dude. Yeah, his brisket is the shit. And so is his Carolina pulled pork.
Oh
man. And his macaroni cheese is the shit.
Stop it, dude. Stop it. You're making me hard.
See,
barbecue. See what I'm saying? We didn't have none of that down there.
Crash, I don't believe it. There's no proof.
See, told you.
Texas, and we didn't have that. What the fuck?
Yeah, his my wife is like, actually, I'm glad you put that up there, DV Crash, because Laura was asking me like, when is he open, because she wants some goddamn barbecue.
We did have a good seafood night, though.
Right, Cardoso?
That was a good night.
It's on my channel.
See, he's got a channel too.
Look at Joe is the biggest. Joe is the biggest YouTube whore here, and he doesn't. And it's always on everyone else's channels.
Here's the funny part. I've watched his videos.
Oh, I bet you do.
Dang, this guy has video of his brisket in action in 4K.
Damn right.
I will jerk into that. I mean,
what I'm to understand though is that all Joe is flying is all candid camera flying.
Candid camera flying. Don't know what that means.
Everybody else's channels.
Damn right. Yes, actually, he just built this redonkulous rig just so he can edit his 4K brisket videos.
No, I bet you get millions of views with that shit, dude.
Right.
And he does have footage of Joe on his channel.
See, Josh is now trolling me.
I don't want to hear about it. I want to keep fucking with Joe, so shut up.
Joe's going into the red barn, or at least he thinks he is.
Oh, that's where the bull
he changed his mind.
No, that's where the bull's at.
All right.
Yeah.
Is that where you got those balls?
No, yeah, right here. My blinkies. No, he had a
Can you
call it T-Bone?
Yeah, his name was T-Bone. Was being the operative word.
Yeah, Joe's trying to get the cow all stirred up.
Oh, one
But it
point.
makes the meat taste bad. Oh yeah, punch out. Cows love it. Oh my god.
Dude, yeah, we will most definitely have to make a trip to hey, DV Crash, is it cool if I drop the name of the barbecue place and the winery?
It's not like anybody else is watching, bro.
All right, cool. Yeah, it's at Costa Ventosa, winery over in Whaleyville, and his name of his you love the name of his barbecue place. It's called No.
Y'all sub him up, man. He's only got like 6 subs.
Yeah, it's
Sub
true.
him up. Check him out.
It's called No Barbecue because the original premise is that I work with this dude, and people come and ask him stupid shit, and he just goes no. So the idea is like you go to a restaurant, and everybody keeps asking like, well, can I get this? And I can get this, and he's just like, no. At one point, he had a bag of what is it? What was it? It was gluten. He had a bag of gluten on the thing marked gluten, and people would be like, "Is that gluten free?" And he'd be like, "Yep."
Here's your sign.
Hey.
So what you're telling me is that when we go down there and meet him, I need to stand there and just ask him stupid questions about barbecue the whole time.
I will record that, or Josh, you need to record that because that will be.
Okay, I know about where he's at.
Officially in the closet, people. The only person that really has any video of Joe flying has 5 to 6 subs. Joe's not been seen on YouTube. We need to get this out there.
It's conspiracy. He doesn't exist in real life.
Y'all check out DRV Crush's channel there. He's got like 6 subs right now. I just posted the link in chat. Y'all check him out and sub him up. Make sure you like and subscribe and post Joe's video everywhere.
Post Joe's video everywhere. What the fuck?
That happens. I can't keep giving him his shit about him not flying.
Dude, DV. No,
Well,
DV Crash.
channel, we can still do that, Chuck.
Just for my wife's even threatening to make a channel back here. She's like, I'm tired of hearing this shit. I'm gonna make you a channel just so people shut the fuck up.
Oh, hearsay before that.
Oh God.
If she can hear me, hey, I'm sorry that you have to listen to us assholes every Wednesday.
I'm not.
I don't. I could go downstairs.
She's like, I could go downstairs.
Sick of dogs on.
Thank you.
No, my wife is an amazing woman because, well, she married me, and well, though I did make her ask me, to be honest with you. That was the deal.
What an asshole.
Good nerve of you.
Well, no, that was the deal. When we first started dating, I'm like, hey, I will ask you out as long as if we stick around long enough and you want to get married, you have to ask me. And she was like, okay. She thought I was joking. So later on, we've been dating for, I don't remember how long.
4 years.
For like 4 years. And she's like, so do you ever think about getting married? I'm like, I'm just waiting for the question.
That shit's funny, RC Fun.
She said, John, DV Crash says he's shocked that you're not napping.
You gotta watch how that stuff gets on there.
She said I'm loud, DV Crash. That's why she's not.
RC Funds gets the media that's not exploited, and he makes sure it's out there.
Hold on. Oh, wait. Joe? Oh.
So DV Crash, I've actually been kicked out of forums. Like we'll go onto somebody else's channel I'll go with Josh and Chuck, and I'll get on there, and I've been kicked out, like actively kicked out, and they're like, "Whoa, where'd Joe go?" And I'm like, "Dude, I got kicked." Their mods are like, "This dude doesn't fly quads. Why the fuck is he on this video?" So they've actually had to go in and be like, "No, he's cool, man. Put it back on. Put it back on." My wife's even over here yelling over my shoulder, Pixar didn't happen. What the fuck?
Who the fuck is calling me? Let's answer this phone call.
Uh-oh.
Yes.
Hello.
Oh, I kicked him.
Oh,
Yeah, as soon as you answer a call, it kicks you out of the internet call.
I dropped his ass like a rock.
that's too bad too, because it sounded like it was a good call.
It was one of those robocallers, man. It was probably going to all from Hot Booty Sex.
Hello, how are you doing tonight? We're calling because we have some internet security we can sell you.
That's my job now. Hey, DV. Oh yeah, I did tell you I passed my test, didn't I? Yeah, I did. Never mind. I'm smoking.
All 5 times.
Let's see here. Wait, hold on. Yeah, everybody's ganging up on me. We're all waiting for Chuck to get back. All right, cool. No.
Poor Joe. Joe, where are you going with that gun in your head?
No. I wouldn't say gun too loud. Somebody's probably watching this video. Wait, no. Nobody's watching this video.
As long as we're not talking about engineering bombs in the airport.
Well, now you just did it. What the hell?
Yeah. There goes
In the airport. I get that phone call, you're getting hung up on right away.
Didn't one of your guys get shit tackled for talking about bill of materials?
Yes, because there's a function in the screen called exploding the bomb. So that it blows out and drills into all its levels.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a great time. He ended up locked in a small, dark room. He had to they called our company. They called the company he was going to work for. They started calling his wife and his friends. He was there for like 4 hours, missed his flight. Got a hot date to boot.
RC Fun thinks my nickname is T-Bone. What the fuck?
Every time he goes anywhere.
No, that's it. You know what just happened? Joe got his FPV handle.
Oh, fuck you! My handle is not T-Bone.
T-Bone. That's right. It's T-Bone FPV.
T-Bone FPV.
God damn it!
Oh shit! Hey, it's got to be chosen pals, your fly buddies, and all that kind of shit. And as far as I know, the only fly buddies you got right now are Josh and Chris, pretty much. So, and I just picked it, man. T-Bone FPV.
Motherfucker.
I'm registering that Google name right now.
You are a jackass.
T-Bone FPV.
Oh God. This is how bad things happen. Right here.
DRV for coming in, hanging out. We appreciate you, man.
Oh God.
Joe may not so much, but we do.
This is gonna be one of those ones where, like, 6 months from now, I'm like, God damn it. Yeah, I think most of them know I was T-boned by a car, so yeah, most of them know that.
I'm sure we caught that, but Joe has just been officially nominated as T-Bone FPV.
Fuck me.
On so many levels.
Laura's like, it works
You
on
are
so many
so
levels.
lucky. T-Bone FPV is taken.
All right.
It is. It is actually. I've heard of that guy.
Oh, damn. That's too bad.
So, Chuck, was that phone call worth it?
Not really.
Let's see here.
T-Bone FPV?
Dang.
You got bones on that one.
Totally. Oh, I'm so glad that's not going to stick.
My vote is no proof FPV.
Got it.
No proof FPV. That's a good one.
Yeah, they do know I was hit by a car and I was T-boned by whoa. No, I'm going to leave that alone because that's going to become my handle. Never mind.
Too late.
No, there was.
Oh.
Chuck's like, go ahead, Joe. Fill us in. What were you saying?
That moment was so magical because, you know, somebody at one point, it was like a year and a half ago, we're having a conversation about, you know, how did you guys get your name? And somebody said, because we had one person, oh, it was Brandon. Brandon was like, I'm going to name myself, and gave himself his name. And somebody's like, no, your friend.
FPV.
Don't nickname yourself.
I did name myself, but it fits so fucking well that how can you argue with it?
Agreed.
Or maybe it's because you're too big. Nobody wants to
I officially
go against you.
Up to you.
No, I am.
I'm a big teddy bear. What are you talking about?
I officially named myself, but I took it from like some stuff that some other people gave me, like as a nickname during military training. So it kind of stuck and nobody argued.
Yeah, everybody says always, you know, your friend's got to pick the name or whatever, but I bet you about 10% of the people in FPV were actually named by someone else.
It makes sense. It's like most other things. That's how you end up getting your name. Let's see if this is going to work. How did that work before?
You were influenced by something else, most likely.
There we go.
I think Josh is the only one that I know that actually got his pseudo name from me, actually. From someone else, you know.
For those of you who want to know what it looks like when you get nailed by a car, there you go.
5-inch, baby. Look at those stripes with the arm. That was a 5-inch prop, man.
Nah, that's what happens when you go through somebody's windshield, 25 mile an hour.
He got lucky.
Oh, yeah, real lucky.
He went through the windshield at any fucking mile per hour. He got lucky.
Now, why would you say that, RC Fun? I'm a sweetheart.
Yeah, he loved you long time.
Hey, he was just trying to turn it around on a dime.
Hey, Tubuku.
Don't fly near him. He's called T-Bone FPV. You guys have heard the rule. If we're flying together, we're doing chases.
Oh yeah.
All you gotta do is yell, "I'll pay for the parts," and it's on like Donkey Kong.
That's
Yeah,
it.
just remember when you yell that when you're chasing me, that my parts all cost twice as much as yours do.
Fair point.
Yo, T-Bone, run.
Chuck it running down someone like a Terminator. Yeah, that was a shit day. Actually, the funny part is my lawyer sent me that photo. He's like, I probably should have asked you if you're okay before I sent that to you.
It's T-Bone, guys.
What the fuck? It's actually
Weren't we just talking about him?
Yeah, wow. That talk about your ears like freaking like vibrating or something.
Do you really think someone didn't just make that account right now?
I bet that was Josh. It's gotta be Josh. Or you. Was it you, Chuck?
Hey, you guys.
Yeah, it's Chuck. It's definitely Chuck.
Sure.
That's
I'll
funny.
take
You know
the
what?
blame.
Hey, Chuck, you know what's funny? Between you and that count, I've seen more of his videos than I've seen of yours.
Oh. I've seen just as many of yours.
Yeah, I know. Look who's talking.
Right?
I love it.
Fucking no proof FPV over here.
No proof FPV, yeah.
Zero proof. That's a good one too.
Zero proof.
Yep.
Zero proof. Zero of proof.
And also,
And that one created so many stories. Like, how'd you get that name? Well, I get drunk real easy, so.
plus, it says something about his flying style too.
No proof?
Zero proof.
Zero proof. Okay. I was going to use the line that, like, when somebody says zero proof, I'd be like, somebody say, how'd you get zero proof? Because every time I called my dad daddy, he'd be like, zero proof. Daddy, zero proof. Not proof.
Hey, we could go with Blinky Balls FPV.
Blinky balls. The problem with that is that these are kind of hard to fit on a 4-inch or a 5-inch drone. I mean, that would be some serious mass.
We're gonna have to do something about that problem, aren't we, Joe?
Yeah, I think we are, but I don't know what to do though. I mean, there's so many things going on. It's just
it seems like purse sack put it too far out there. I mean, everybody knows where the balls are. Purse sack.
I wish someone would tee my bone. Really?
Isn't it awesome how I typed that when my hands didn't even go near my keyboard?
I'm impressed.
It's like hands-free fapping.
Sounds pretty fappy. Yeah, I agree.
Supreme fapper over here.
Are you
Hands-free fapping.
Yes, I'm gonna have to thank my coworker for contributing the attempt to make my nickname. Though our fun, yes, Slinky Balls. That's a new one.
Slinky Balls FPV.
You're just trying to make it so there's no way any video will be monetized.
I'm just seeing on how much time we could pull off of making Joe a fucked up nickname.
We're gonna
Zero
turn
proof
this into a lottery. Josh, you gonna turn it into a lottery?
Yeah.
Hey, Joe, if you ever feel bad about all the shit we call you, all you got to do is call him Jar Jar.
That's right. We're going to do it as a lottery. If you don't give 3 likes, you can't get your vote.
Or you can do it as a betting system for our next giveaway.
I don't think he has any idea what I just said.
Jar Jar. Yeah, I got it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got it. Saw the movie. I've seen that video, but I haven't seen yours.
That was the first name I knew Josh as, is Jar Jar.
Actually, no. What do I know? What did I first know him
Jar
as?
Jar more than I knew him as Josh originally.
Really?
Yeah.
Which is funny because Jar Jar's some shit I stuck to him.
It was always that Jar Jar stuff at the videos and stuff. So
I'm the ghost of a dead cow. I'm reincarnated as a turd. The ground pot. That's gotta be Josh.
Jar Jar, when I was always searching for what nickname do I put him as his Facebook so I know him, I'm like, because he wasn't like son of Jar Jar, because he was always Josh Withrow. I'm just
right. We were just talking about you, bro.
Josh Withrow.
Who's that?
Ryan, we were just talking about
Oh, yeah.
Ryan.
Ryan.
Dude, we gotta quit talking about people. We talked about T-Bone, he showed up. We talked about RD, he shows up. Shit, we gotta quit talking about people.
Crazy.
Look at Josh. Look at Josh furiously typing.
Yes.
I like how it was you that got blamed for it initially. Oh, it was Chuck. It was totally Chuck.
I was glad to take it.
Yeah, that Chuck was going to run with it.
Well, that's all right. That's me.
So, yeah, Ryan, I refuse to accept your friend invitation until I see your balls on the internet like I saw Chuck's. I've always got to have standards. I'm
He's got a
sorry.
thing for a
You
mosquito.
gotta add him to the gay Discord first.
Flies.
Wait, it's no funny if he's not on the video. He can't tell me, oh, something wrong with you guys.
If you're not friends with him in the gay Discord chat, he can't be friends with you on Facebook.
A boy's got to have standards, man. That's all I'm saying.
Right.
You're not right. Yeah, exactly. That's somebody should make his transmitter say that every time his quad turns on, it should say that.
I belong to the gay Discord.
No,
You're right. You're right. Ryan, he is gross. He is a gross person.
Joe is gay. Hey, honey, I'm gay. Okay, she's cool with it.
I like cows.
Joe's a queer.
Good to see you, Ryan.
No, that's a steer, not a queer. There's a difference.
The queer steer?
Queer. Wow. That's something to make you rethink beef. Hot beef injection.
Ooh,
Just saying.
I need to go there.
What the fuck?
You know, I'm sure we could post the link and get Ryan in here.
Do it. John just broke.
Ryan, come on in, man.
Yes, Josh is broken.
All night, dude.
Oh,
Come on
God.
in, man. I know you're bored. You ain't got nothing going on.
Ryan,
This is
Mom and Dad probably already went to bed. Shit, you got
Well,
the house.
I swear, we'll only talk about cock every other sentence. We'll dial it down for you.
well, yeah, just
And only if you hold it.
it'll be way down. Occasionally, it'll come
T-Bone,
back up.
you're an ass, T-Bone. We need to kick that guy T-Bone. He's fucked up.
A jerk.
That's
Hey, you don't talk trash to our homeboy Ryan like that, bro.
Yeah, no, man. Come on.
Seriously,
We will
Okay,
show up
I'm
at
out
your
here.
house.
This is weird.
I will shit down your throat.
Hey, Joe, just remember, man, he left the FPV off the end of that so you can still use that ID.
Oh, okay. Good to know.
Still an option.
Still an option.
Just crazy.
Why just kick him out? We tried to, man. The guy's like some sort of like hacking genius. We don't know how to get him
Almost
out.
like your alley, isn't it, Tank? This is probably more your stature. All that dirty shit and vulgar profanity. You Canadians don't care.
See, the funny part is all the Canadians I know, they'll curse at you, and they do it so well that you don't know you've been cursed at.
Exactly. Canadians don't care. Common language, man.
Hey Ryan, I timed him out for you, dog. He won't bother you for a little while.
Take off, eh? Take off's the same as fuck off. You know what I mean?
No. I have yet to meet a rude Canadian. Now I think about it.
I got family from
What a
Cuba,
troll.
so I got to be careful how I speak.
Are rude Canadians like unicorns? I mean,
Yes, they are.
Rare.
Wow.
Yes, very rare.
They do exist. They do exist, though.
They're all imports.
they're all imports.
Imports, yeah.
98% imports.
I would love to see a Canadian. I'm gonna have to search YouTube for a video of some Canadian losing his shit.
I lived in Alaska for 3 years, and
I'm sorry.
Up there. I mean, the generation and conglomeration of people that are up there, it's just It's weird, man. I mean, really crazy. You get
There
some.
is some crazy one, and there is some racist ones in Canada. That's for sure.
You get that new import type thing that everybody's going up there because this is the country or this or that or or this or that. But you get those people that are the heartland. You know what I mean? The real fabricated people that have built their lives in the ground and they've done all the hard work. They've worked off the land or this or that and struggled through all the hard times.
Those real fabricated people
up there for a little while. You don't see all the hard times.
So what's the Canadian version of a redneck?
I don't know.
Well, come on, you have to have
redneck.
A Michigan UP guy, a Youper,
a Newfie guy. Yeah, Newfie could be a redneck.
Or the Canadian redneck, a Youper. Hey,
yeah, Newfoundland.
That'd probably be the equivalent. Yeah.
I was gonna say there's something wrong with the people if they don't have a derogatory term for a redneck.
Yeah, I agree.
That's just uncivilized.
Love you, dude. There's somebody behind you.
Look out! Gonna get you.
She's about to kill you, ninja.
Oh no,
ninja!
The kiss of death. There it is, the kiss of death.
It's a ninja.
Now you can quiet down.
Hi, Mike's lady.
And 2 dogs.
Now the dogs are out trying to give love.
I was waiting for that.
It's all good till you realize that that's the attack command that he uses, and he gets mauled to death right on your YouTube channel.
Yeah.
I got 2 Siberian Huskies. They're pets and they're like family. I mean, Siberian Huskies, they take into you. And so they've got their certain times. When you get up in the morning, they'll wait for you to get up. They'll go out, do their thing. They come in, they have their lunch schedule. They're totally scheduled. So like nighttime, it's like, okay, gotta say goodnight. Gotta come in, do their certain thing. They're real friendly though. It's great.
Don't get a Great Dane, they'll drool on you.
Yeah, they're a mess.
Yeah, we just found, talking about Newfies, we just found 2 of them dead here at the local, just outside here, yeah, across the river. There's a drive-in, and they found 2 Newfies dead in their car. They went to see the movie Closed for Winter.
Oh, yeah, closed.
Nah.
Joke, guys. Closed for winter.
Closed.
I was just waiting to see if anybody else got it.
Nah. Totally lost it.
Bunch of fucking geniuses in here.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, by the way, I have been dared in my next change control meeting at my work to basically do their eyesight works on movement. So the director or the VP of infrastructure, there's always a section because I always have change controls that happen. He's gonna they go over. You have to explain every one of them. And then this lady who runs the meetings, this older lady, they basically dared me during the meeting when she gets to my change control to ask me a question that I'm just supposed to freeze and not just get wide-eyed, not answer anything. And I have to hold it for 30 seconds. And then my immediate response has to be, "You can see me?" So I'm going to do that in my next board meeting. Just to be like,
I got a question. How many of you guys have the stream going in the background?
I don't know playing.
Me, it's paused.
I got like 5 windows up. I don't know. I got pop-out chat, and I got the Hangouts chat, and I got the YouTube chat. And
pretty sure we're the only ones here.
I mean, between here, I've got the Thai
porn. We're watching now on the YouTube stream.
Well, I've got the Thai porn, the straight porn, the kind of straight porn, the not really straight porn, and then the YouTube channel. So
wait a minute. What about the midget clown porn?
Wait,
that's
actually the YouTube stream shows less watching now than we actually have on the stream.
That's impressive.
Yeah, 5 on stream and 4 watching.
Yeah, DV Crash is definitely on. He shares 4.
I don't know.
On my
So
buddy,
this show is for you, Crash.
You can't go by the 5 watching or this or that because YouTube doesn't keep up on that, man. I've sat in chats for like 30 minutes and checked in the participants and never showed up in the participants thing, but sat in a video live stream for 30 minutes. So you can't go by what's actually watching right now.
Well, my concern is
Participants isn't even close.
my only concern is DV Crash is taking notes to tell my boss exactly how fucked up I am when I get back to work.
That's your concern, man. My boss knows I got a medical card. He knows I hang out on chats. He knows I play. I ain't worried about shit. My boss knows I go to lunch for a reason. I bring my lunch to work, bro.
Ryan, man, I thought we chased you off.
Yeah, right? I thought we broke him.
Yeah, we're timing out that T-Bone guy for you, Ryan, so he doesn't insult you anymore, bro. You know you're the homie.
yeah, they got your back.
Here's the weird one, dude. He likes touching dudes.
That's what I heard.
That's what I heard.
Josh, Tiba, DV Crash was
Ryan, don't worry, man. He did say he added you to Facebook, bro.
Yeah.
Hey, I think Crash has watched our stream before.
No, Crash got on me one day at work because he I shit you not, called me. He goes, "Why are you naked on my TV?" Because his YouTube popped up and the screenshot it shows was me without a shirt on, rubbing my face.
Dude.
Oh, there it goes.
When I left the other chat room there, I was like, okay, I'm going to go stream live. I'm going to take off. Later, guys. Somebody says, are shirts on or shirts off? I said it's before 10 o'clock.
Oh, no, the shirt came off. Uh-oh, we're in trouble now.
Yeah, right. Oh, he's gone full ninja.
So what did... there was a cool comment a couple weeks ago on a friend's stream. He was asking, what did you do before as a hobby before you got into what you're doing now? So in other words,
guns and masturbation.
Definitely.
The what? Guns?
Guns and masturbation.
With the mouthful.
It was the first remote control toy I had. What do you want?
So you guys were having fun with the flashlight, right?
Damn right.
Shit, I got mine right here.
Chuck still has one.
Okay. DV Crash, I'm not going to pull you out on that one. If you care to explain or you want me to explain, I will elaborate a little bit. That's up to you.
Well, hey, Joe, why don't you just explain to us since you're the one with a voice?
Well, if he okays it, I'll give more details. But until
I'm vouching for it. It's okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, Chuck still having a flashlight isn't a bad thing though. He's not like your typical pervert though. He keeps his in his case.
He doesn't give it a name and ride around with it in the passenger seat of his truck.
I don't.
Oh, okay. Well, never mind then.
I don't want to get into detail.
I guess go R is go right ahead. So DV Crash used to work at a porn site out here where we worked at. And I tell you what, dude, if you ever want to meet a guy with some epic stories about what it's like to work for a porn company, he's got some good ones. Think of being a network administrator for a porn company.
Why we went to Joe's like chest view?
Oh, because I'm actually also doing work in the background.
Are you trying to upload porn?
No.
Give us a false deception about porn. I'm not sure. You went to your chest view when you spoke porn.
Yeah, I forgot.
Porn, we're on your chest.
No. Are you having expectations that I'm not aware of?
My expectations of porn just went to shit, bro. I'm just saying.
Hey, I don't know why this flashlight isn't working.
Oh dear
You have to
God.
insert your dick in the tip.
Oh, okay.
Enough power.
God damn it. That will never be unseen.
The real question becomes, how the hell do you clean that thing out without a sink?
Hey, John,
truck stops.
we heard that about the personal chat about a month ago. That will never be
Clean?
unseen.
Clean it.
Well, leave up for next time, huh?
We're supposed to clean it?
Brian's still talking about that shit. I'm just saying.
Oh my God.
And we all know mine wasn't the first fly in a headlock mic scene.
I used that trick a long time ago. I'm old.
Oh God.
Oh man.
Why is it nice tits, Joe? What the hell? What do you? Oh, okay, yeah, the thing going down. Never mind. All right, cool.
Jackass.
Oh, by the way, I pulled the best joke on a buddy of mine today. So we went to Five Guys for lunch. So I walk up to the dude's car, and he's sitting there texting on his phone, not paying attention. So I walk up and start looking around like I'm like doing a drug deal or something, trying to make myself look as conspicuous as possible. Open up his passenger door, jump in, and then immediately start bobbing my head up and down underneath next to the dash. This dude's eyeballs got like this big because people on the outside were like, "What in the fuck?" How to make a straight man feel as uncomfortable as possible. It was absolute gold.
RC Fun, was there ever any doubt that I had one?
And that's a good point. Man.
Seriously.
Hey, you know, as long as you don't mix it up with the actual flashlight, like God, just with the DOT guy got the flashlight and go, yeah, and hand it to him.
Right?
Yeah. Testing out the tires at the back and hitting the tires with the flashlight, the flashlight.
I'm doing it.
I thought we were making stories up about you, Joe.
I am so doing that.
That would be awesome. Just to see the look on his face, like, what the?
He of all people should know we're totally open.
Yeah, RC Fun, I have no filter, bro. Are you fucking kidding me? Shame went out the window decades ago.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, no, I gave up on any.
I mean, hell, even you've seen my ball.
Damn.
If you didn't, that was a you just. I don't know how you didn't. I don't know.
So which one of you was in the porn industries?
That was actually DV Crash. Actually, he was the network admin for a porn company, apparently pretty lucrative one for quite a while.
Ryan, hold on, guys. This is important. Ryan, that's our guest for the evening. His name is Mahomet Lachem.
He's got drugs, though, Joe. Obviously, he didn't make that lucrative.
He's from Al Qaeda. He's an Al Qaeda trainer.
He's wearing his underwears on his head.
He came here so that he could try and recruit the people in chat like you. You know, if you wanted to join Al Qaeda and enjoy, you know, all the virgins.
Durka.
I'm mad he said Durka.
Dude, we're so gonna get a strike one of these days.
Oh, God, man, even with the title.
So effed up, man.
Rachelo, relax. You're scaring the locals.
Jesus Christ.
Jesus fucking Christ.
Yes,
No.
Al Qaeda is sponsored by Fruit of the Loom, actually. Fruit of the Loom is a state sponsor of terror.
Would you like to eat my grapes? Taste my banana.
Hey, they said 40 virgins. They didn't say they were girls. Let's be honest.
You know,
Hey, butthole's a butthole.
part of the Fruit of the Loom, guys, because Kiwi wasn't part of the fruit.
Oh God, we're gonna get a cease and desist from Fruit of the Loom. I know it.
There goes that sponsorship.
There goes that sponsorship.
From Al Qaeda High. Oh my God, that was a good one. Brian, you're rocking it tonight.
I thought it was 72. 72 versions? Is it really 72 versions? Really?
Yeah, but they don't say that they're not all dudes.
That's a good point. It could be all the other dumbasses that blew themselves up, to be honest with you.
Hey, an untapped ass is an untapped ass.
Training.
Oh my god.
And we have now degraded to
Yes, he did have the FBI.
I don't think there's a level for that.
Hold on, somebody's banging on my door.
So the funny part is, one of the things that they did have the FBI in its place. So yeah,
that's awesome.
What store are they banging at?
Chuck said that's awesome.
Oh, Jesus Christ. That's not cool. Gold, Jerry. Gold.
Shirt ninja.
All right, guys. Well, I got to get off the line. I got to finish some work.
Yeah, I got to go to sleep.
Yeah.
Because you're making too much noise, huh, Joe?
No. I actually have to do some work tonight.
Liar.
All right. Yeah.
As long as you get paid for it, it doesn't matter.
Hey, blowing your dog does not count as work.
As long as they believe you're doing work,
Chuck,
that's all that matters.
If you really want something to work on in your spare time, you have to commingle. You have to combine the fleshlight with the shake weight.
Video.
Hold on, I did not hear a word of that. All I heard was Mike.
Fleshlight plus shake weight.
Money maker.
Damn.
Let me say that again. Try putting out a fucking video.
What did he put it? What?
I am lost.
Totally.
Yeah, Joe doing some work, putting in work. Put out a video.
No, this is real work. This is like,
I know.
Pays the bills. I don't have my 107, so I can't monetize.
Yeah, there's no proof.
No proof.
Well, as long as there's no proof, you don't have to worry about it. Just put it out there.
Yeah, right. All right, gentlemen, I am out. I really do have to get this done before.
I want to meet Crash's boss, dude. He sounds like an awesome guy.
Oh, dude,
Wow.
definitely, guys. That's a legit story right there too. By the way, yeah, we'll definitely have to go out to his.
Things I never thought about.
I think we need to get Crash in the stream just to hear these stories, because I mean, damn, son.
I hear a guest for next week.
I agree.
He don't even have to fly.
He has some old flight footage, so he actually has proof that he did fly.
Yeah, we'll never watch it.
No video, no proof.
All right, guys. I really got to finish this stuff.
Good night, brother.
Yeah, we're gonna wrap this up.
Be safe. Happy crashing.
Hey, Joe, I hope that we see some video over this next couple of weeks, because
Let me think about it. No.
I heard there's some epic shit coming. So.
That was great.
Did he just do a happy crashing?
Yeah, Andy, then he hung up on Mike, just like phone drop, bitch.
Yeah. I had talked about video. Of course he did. He's
Crash,
like, oh, shit, got away from that.
Crash, the real question is, have you seen the meme of the fleshlight sitting on top of a fucking of a fan, and it says, "God forgive me for what I'm about to do."
Oh man. All right, guys, I'm out. This is Oh man. This should have ended an hour ago.
For a little minute, and
all I've been doing is sitting here watching Frank smile, his weird little Cheshire cat smile going on over here in the corner.
How you guys are nuts, that's all.
Yeah.
I know, we're fucked up.
I was trying to